Come on, y'all.
Come on, yo.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, yo.
Come on, y'all.
Come on, yo.
It's Lamb.
What's happening, everybody? Paulie here. It's Monday evening,
All right, Paulie, let's go.
7 p.m. on the Pacific, on the West Coast, 10 p.m. East Coast time. We have an action topic-packed couple of hours for you. We're going to have Dante Verbal Riot now, and then joining us in the second hour is going to be Culture Casino. Right now, we already have
That's better.
Fletcher Williams, and got about another minute of the countdown.
Gotta go.
Want to tell you guys right now to get on over to thelatinoslant.com, and make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter. It's growing. I saw it.
Nice.
I started it.
I started it.
I
I
started
started it.
Yeah, I started it. I started it. We have a poll going on. Fletcher, tell them right now about the poll.
All right. So the poll is because we're going to be talking about today about the Bamba Remake that was just announced. So the question asked in the poll is: you excited about Bamba Remake? We got number 1, C. Let's Louis Valdez cook. 2, no. Richie. We got 3, maybe. Wait for Donna.
Yeah.
And 4, which is always my favorite. We got La Bamba at home, son.
I just messed up. Got La Bamba at home, son. And I just already messed up the thing. I tried to pause it and then it went again. Okay. Thank you so much. Vote right now. Super chats, all that good stuff. Also, too, lots of topics. Jenna Ortega lets us know that she might have auditioned for Chani in Dune. Quentin Tarantino just talking a lot, and he gets real drunk by the end of the first one. He said Charlie Chaplin was sensational.
Is that how he said
it? Yeah. And then of course the La Bamba remake. I mean, we have so many topics to discuss, and even Verbal threw some up today on Twitter that I was like, ooh, let's talk about this. Also, too, Selena Gomez is in a huge new film, very controversial, but that's all I'm gonna say right now. Before we bring in Dante, I want to say hello to people in the chat. It's growing. Right now, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. Please make sure you are subscribed. Really fast, let's say hello. First, let's say hello to our members. Oh. Mark D with the C. What's up, Vato? Mike has bad knees. Deleted scenes. ¿Qué pasó? Deleted scenes. He's like high up there. He's like a general, man. What? You know, the general, he gets free stuff mailed to him, like free swag.
Stuff. That's how you do it.
Free stuff. And of course, you're here. What? Thank you so much. Dan, just look at Dan's here. What's up? To all the flaming hot Latino boys. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Hold up.
Okay, we'll play the last 10 seconds of the countdown, then we'll bring Dante in.
All right, here we go. What did I get myself into?
Right, man. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that's right. We're cool. Really important right now before I bring on. This is very important. You don't see a join button. Fletcher, get him the join button right now because we have a new level. Guys, you can join at $2.99 right now. $2.99. It is the Amigos level. You got the $4.99, you get the $9.99, and the $19.99. But you got the Amigos level. That's where you get a shout out. Hey, at least you get the shout out. But We got all kinds of different levels and all that good stuff. All right, we got to take care of him, Fletcher. Got to take care of him.
That's how you do
Okay.
it, people.
Yeah, let's bring him in right now. Let's not mess around because he doesn't mess around, especially when he's flexing. Sometimes he only has a tank top on, and he's very ghetto sexy. Of course, I'm talking about Verbal, right, dude?
Hey,
What's going on, boys? What's happening?
we gotta be ghetto sexy, man.
I know, right?
All right.
Ghetto sexy.
You need to coin that phrase, man.
I know, right? That's got to be the next T-shirt.
Let's write it down. Ghetto sexy.
Sexy.
Ghetto sexy, dude. When is there not pop or political news that's like eventful? When there's not a day where that stuff is not happening. It's like every day now, Dante. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Oh man, it's going to be like that till the election, until we actually vote. This is, man, look, it's just getting started.
No,
it's just getting started, man. Like the mudslinging hasn't even began yet.
Yeah,
not really.
I mean, and honestly, I wasn't even talking about the political ones, but also to which you're correct, but also to the pop news out of Hollywood.
Well, look, like, man, I mean,
every day, bro. Let's yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say Hollywood right now is I look, and maybe I'm wrong on this. I think Hollywood's in a transition right now.
No, you're not. You're not wrong.
In a way of, I think they know what they're doing isn't working. I think they know this. Now how fast they move on it, I don't know. But
okay. I love it, dude. I love it because I want to jump in because I have some exclusive kind of firsthand information and going off of what you said. But let's kind of slowly creep into it.
Yeah.
You put up today that story about Francis Ford Coppola, Megalopolis. Yeah. All right. So let's go to our first pop item. What's going on with this, Dante?
Well, basically, Coppola just put it out there, man, that he's not trying to do anything woke, man. He just wants to make his movie. He casted a bunch of people who've been canceled. He said,
"There it is." Yeah.
And yeah, he's just like, look, man, I'm done with this. I'm just going to make the movie I want to make.
Cast who I want to cast.
Cast who I want to cast. I'm not going to be PC about it. I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm not going to be woke. I'm just going to make my movie. And you know what? You got to respect it.
Well, you have to also too just it's this wave of fresh air, that that we need more and more of these people to speak out.
Well, and I think Coppola, look, man, we're not talking about some young buck trying to make a name for themselves, right? Coppola's a legend. Yep. Coppola doesn't have to prove anything to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he can make these statements and be untouchable. Right? You're not going to cancel Coppola.
And it's probably good for his film, honestly. Let's be honest right now. Here's what he told the Rolling Stone, which, Rolling Stone has no backbone, but I'm shocked that they, got this. That's great. Good for Rolling Stone. But I still can't stand them. His intention with Megalopolis was to make a movie that would not be deemed some woke Hollywood production. The cast includes controversial actors such as Jon Voight. How is he controversial? Because he's a conservative and he's outspoken for Donald Trump. Shock and awe. Shia LaBeouf, who was accused of a sexual assault in 2021, accusations, okay, whatever. What I didn't want to happen was that we're deemed some woke Hollywood production that's simply lecturing viewers, Coppola said. The cast features people who were canceled at one point or another. There were people who are arch conservatives and others who are extremely politically progressive, but we were all working on one film together. That was interesting, I thought. It goes on to say, working with LaBeouf, who has barely starred in any movies since accusations surfaced against him. Coppola praised the actor while admitting things were tense with him. Shia really took to it, Coppola said. I had no experience working with him prior, but he deliberately sets up tension between himself and the director to an extreme degree. He reminds me of Dennis Hopper, who would do something similar. Then you'd say, just do anything. And then he'd go off and do something brilliant. What do you think, Dante?
Yeah, I look, man, like I said, it takes as sad as it is to say, I mean, it takes guts right now to speak out, man, to say that you're going to back this person. Look, man, John Voight has not hidden his politics. John Voight's been very honest about the fact that he is a staunch Republican, always has been, right? So to not get work because of your politics is insane. And Coppola's been around he's been around long enough to know that, right? Like, he knows that you're always going to work with different people, right? You're always going to work with different people. This is a recent Hollywood thing where we have to work with people just like us. Coppola's old school, man. Everyone had different beliefs back in the day when you worked on the set. And that's the way it should be. You check your politics at the door, you go on that film set and you do your job. And then you go home.
Well, see, you know, we miss those days where the most controversial things were these creative maniacs. We want creative maniacs, and whether on blow or not, doing crazy, outrageous shit. They're coming up with movies that we still talk about today. We still talk about today, and I hate to say it, it's not an advocate for him, but we still talk about Harvey Weinstein movies. Okay,
of course we do.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand. I'm not trying to offend anyone here. I'm just saying that, you know, that was when Hollywood was great. Not when Harvey Weinstein was great. Is that when we let our crazy creatives create? Go on, Dante.
Well, look, man. I mean, you can argue that some of the best movies in film history came out of coked out producers and directors, right? I mean, it's. But, you know, jokes aside with that, you know, yeah, you got to let people just do their job at this point, right? Harvey Weinstein, like I said, I've said this in many other shows. He's a scumbag. Sure, he's a scumbag. We get that. We're not even debating that.
We're not condoning any of that.
Not condoning it. We're not even debating whether he's a scumbag. Nope. We get that. But here's the thing: the man made some great movies. The man produced some great movies.
Yeah. We'll move forward. I mean, there's definitely other examples of
greatness. And the reason why we're on this about Harvey, and again, not defending him, not whatever. What we're saying is just that even as screwed up as you might be, people expect you. The movie-going audience expects you to do your job, right? We don't want to hear your personal life. I don't care if you're the best person in the world. If you're making a bad movie, no, who cares?
No,
it's not going to make studio money. It's not going to help your career. It's not going to do anything to help you or push you forward.
But also, too, those budgets were so reasonable compared to now. Yeah, they went over budget, but even going over budget was such a struggle to get that extra money. They had those famous producers getting that extra money. It's completely different than, like you said, what Hollywood has become, which is this bloated, ugly beauty queen now, who, you know, might not be a woman nowadays. But anyways, I digress. But I wanted to bring that up, and that's the story. That's the Coppola story, really in a nutshell. Bravo to him. Bravo to his family, Sophia and Nick Cage, who are independent thinkers as well. Always going to their, you know, tooting the, you know, what is it? The drum, the beat of their own drum, So I appreciate that. Sophia hasn't canceled her old work, even though people question her stuff now, like Lost in Translation. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, but I'm not surprised.
Right. Yeah.
Because the thing is, when you can't find anything current to whine about, you look to the past.
Right.
Search your old Twitter feeds.
Yeah.
What did you say when you were a tweeter? When you were 15 in Twitter?
I mean, look what's happening with Blake Lively right now, right? I mean, that interview that people keep talking about, that was back in 2016, man. And they dug that up.
Over 76 people watching us here on all the multi-streams that we're doing, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Say hello right now in the chat. Talk away. If you have any questions, we would love a super chat every now and then. We do have a new member. We want to say hello to that new member right away. And thank you so much, Harry Anders. What's up? ¿Qué pasó, Harry Anders?
Hey, Harry, ¿qué pasó?
Hey, baby. Oh, man, we need that song. But, we have the dancing doggy. We're going to play the dancing doggy for our new member. Gracias. Okay, let's read a couple of these really fast. Dante, best movie is the 7-hour cut of The Godfather. Is that the one where it's kind of like in chronological order? Did you ever see that one?
I never saw that one.
Tom of Midnight's Edge raves about that one.
You know what's funny, man? I've only seen each Godfather film once.
Wow. Okay.
Like literally one time. I mean, I like them. I think they're great films. I just
All right. I'll watch one of them at least once a year. Yeah. My mobster like that, Goodfellas, Sopranos, they'll get a rewatch every couple of years. What I'm looking for is a director's cut of The Many Saints of Newark, because HBO made him cut out all the good shit. David Chase.
It's going to be hard to find it, man.
Yep. That's what you get. Hollywood. Nemo Nova. What's up, Nemo? My dad, rest in peace, was conservative. He would be horrified at GP. What is that? GOP today? Horrified. Okay. All right, Nemo. Well, your father, and I know there is a lot of that, like the old school conservatives feel that way. I'm not going to take that.
Hey, there's a lot of old school liberals who feel that way about their party right now.
Yeah.
There's me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
Including two on the panel.
But you want to tune in to our political show? We got one coming up this Friday. All right, guys. But thank you, Nemo. Let's be honest. This will be Coppola's last film. His age. He gives zeros F from deleted scenes.
That's another good point. This is most likely his last movie.
And you know what? You brought up a point where you said, I want to see it harder now. I'm like, I want to see it harder now too. Like, I was not going to see it. Like, I just didn't it didn't grab me. But I'm like, I'm going to support the old dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is his final. This is his hurrah.
Good for Coppola. He's fighting back and pushing back, says Vinny. What's up, Vinny? Next to Hitchcock, Coppola is my favorite director. Nemo, me and Rome have been watching some Hitchcock movies lately, like the last couple of months. Some beautiful stuff. Good evening, Julissa, member of the channel. Hello, sweetheart. Actor James Woods, he was also blacklisted by his agent, who fired Woods as a client. I mean, Jimmy Woods is one of the greatest. Look, Bumpy just said that. let him say it. One of the greatest actors, American actors. Love his performance in The Onion. Oh my God, I haven't seen The Onion Field in years. Wow. I'm gonna write that down. The Onion Field. That is a great period movie. I did recently, last month, see Salvador. Or a couple months ago. Did you see Civil War, Dante?
Yeah.
Okay. It made me go and see Oliver Stone's Salvador, rewatch that one again. Did you ever see that one from the 80s?
That one I haven't seen, no.
Okay, so it stars James Woods as a coked out photojournalist. he got a Academy Award nomination for his best actor.
Wow.
James Woods is in it. El Pide Carillo. A couple other. John Savage. John Savage. Killer cast. Fantastic. Bass in your face. Rumors Taylor Swift is going to play Donna at La Bamba. Yeah. I didn't know Nick Cage was Francis Ford Coppola's nephew. Tom is in the chat. They never listen, Paulie. We said miniseries, not movie. That's right. We're going to get to La Bamba in a little while. I got some thoughts about that. Okay, that's you. Gracias. Hail, Emily. Hello, Emily. Last movie because of age, Clint Eastwood would like a word. I don't know how he keeps doing it, man. I don't know how he keeps doing it. And look who's here in the chat, MC Wong. What's up, Wong?
MC Mike Wong.
Dude, Mike Wong is one of the coolest guys I know.
Yeah.
We text, we talk about movies. He got me on Twilight of the Warriors.
And he throws a hell of a barbecue.
And he throws a hell of a barbecue. Yeah, it was a good times, man. Shout out to Mike MC Wong. Salvador, intense movie. It was. Okay, so we were talking about Dante, this whole idea of the business contracting. Why? Because of what Coppola's pointing out, that these bloated, woke catastrophes, one after the other, have cost this industry a lot of money.
Yeah.
And what is happening? It's costing a lot of people who are talented, who have been, working a lot of work. There's no work right now. There's no work right now. But Robert Downey Jr. gets what? How much money did he get? Reportedly
$95 million.
$100 million. I got $100 million.
Maybe I saw 95. Maybe they misspoke, but
Okay,
either way,
95.
$5 million off. I mean,
okay, and that doesn't include the incentives, the perks.
right? This is up front, dude. This is upfront money. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait. Seriously though, have you ever heard of an actor getting upfront 95 million or 100 million?
Not just as an actor. I mean, like not even a Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise is usually involved with the massive production of it all. Like he's more involved,
right? And usually actors they'll get that on the back end, right? We're talking upfront paycheck money.
Yeah.
The movie's already in the hole without even a script.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, this is old news, Tom. But there's a reason why I'm bringing it up. Because I have new news.
New news. And it all goes with this Coppola, him pointing bloated shit out, woke shit out. But yeah, this is 95 million. So he'll probably make around double if it makes money. If it makes money, he's gonna. Can Robert Downey open up a film?
Here's the thing, man. That money is for him to save Marvel. It's not to play Doctor Doom. It's to save the MCU. That's what he's getting paid for.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting paid to save a studio.
Gotcha.
Hopefully it's not going to be Dr. Doom Doolittle,
I didn't even see that film.
Oh, I thought it was fun. The kids like it.
And here's the thing, man. I still think it's a mistake.
It's a big mistake
to cast him. But here's the thing. It's their Hail Mary. It's all they got left.
Well, I think it's disgusting. And I got some news today. First-hand information from someone who's worked in the business for decades with everyone that you can imagine. I don't want to say who if this person is. I don't want to say if they're a man or woman. Don't want to say what position that they do. It is a major position that they worked on countless productions on television and movies. Let's just put it at that. And this is what they say. As of today, there are currently 21 productions in Los Angeles, Dante. 41 productions in Atlanta. Television. That person told me normally it's 160 right now. That's the norm. 21 in Los Angeles. Wow. This will continue at least till February of next year. Any thoughts there?
Wow.
Dante?
Look, I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
Right.
I'm not, man. And it's for a few reasons. You have these inflated budgets, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, that's going to hurt you. The other thing you have, though, and I talked about this on Chris's show earlier, is you have these actors and these talents who are sinking a movie before it even comes out, right? So now you have to worry about that. Now, once you sink a movie before it even comes out, yes, people are not going to be able to work. They're not going to be able to work. That's going to kill jobs. Not just that actor's career. It's going to hurt other jobs.
Right, and so our contact is not an actor. I tell you that. And so what that contact told us was that thank the stars that you are working, because there is nothing going on in Hollywood right now. They've never seen it like this. It's deader than dead. And like Dante has said, and like our friends have said, this continued shrinking is because of what Hollywood has done over the last few years with these bloated woke catastrophes. That's just it, Dante. And who gets to, of course, the audience, we're always the first to know, like this is terrible. And then of course we pay for it because we pay our money. But now who's paying for it? Like you said, people in front of, behind the camera, because there's no work.
There's no work.
There's no work.
Dude, I mean, The Crow just came out, man. It was only 50 million, right? I say only 50, but it was only 50 million. Was it? It didn't have a huge budget. I mean, that's all relative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't have an MCU budget, so I'm trying to say. It was a $50 million movie, made $5 million opening weekend. That's
50 million before marketing. Because there was some marketing. I did see
right.
marketed.
So I'm talking about before marketing. So let's just say base 50 million, add on another 30, 40 for
at the least.
For marketing, yes, at least.
At the least. And,
5 million. It made 5 million this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna get into those numbers. I can't believe you saw it. Hollywood is shrinking. Here's another thing: budgets are profoundly smaller. So even the 21 productions that are happening now in Los Angeles, the 41 that are happening in Atlanta, and that's another thing. Our contact said never does Atlanta have more productions happening than Los Angeles.
Wow.
Right? Think about that, guys. Right?
Wow.
They did all this, all this virtue signaling as far as like, oh, the law's here and the law's there. We're going to leave at Georgia. They didn't leave. Leave. Idiots.
So you're saying we're going to have like at least 10 different Medea movies next year?
I don't think that's even counting.
Probably, yeah, man. Because you know what? Unfortunately, those movies still make money.
No, those make money. No, see, that actually... Fletcher, that's the model that Hollywood should follow.
Right.
the Tyler Perry model.
No, the budgets.
Well, yeah. I mean, Tyler Perry, he buys in low, comes out with profit, man. Yep. That's how he built his empire.
Yep. Well, what are we talking about too? Before we're talking about The Godfather, right? I mean, Tom Menendez, he's got all the history on all that production, but they took huge risks. They hired an Italian writer and director, Coppola. I mean, they wanted, up until then they had non-Italians, De Niro and Pacino. They just, so the whole thing. Anyways, budgets are profoundly smaller. So what does that mean? It means everyone working on these shows, even if you get the job, it's about a third of what you used to make. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now.
Well, look, man, even if you look at things on the production side of television, right? I mean, back in the day, seasons were like, what, 20, 24 episodes a season? So people worked through the whole year. Yeah. Now these shows are like, what, 8 episodes a season? Yeah. Maybe 10? Right. So basically, you're constantly having to find your next gig. And when there's nothing out there, you're stuck out of luck. Whereas before, you could rely on those 24 episodes that, hey, at least I'll be working for the year.
Yep. I mean, what is happening now? I mean, with television and let's say streaming, the streamers, even then, like a David E. Kelly will do an presumed innocent. They'll cast it and it's 8 episodes. I think there's going to be season 2, but they'll cast it with a set group of actors and that's it. There's no guest stars. There's no other, actors coming in and out, movie roles coming out. It's the same roles. So even the way it's written with thrift in mind. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it really just squeezes out the character actor, the guest star actor. You know,
Well, it's funny because you see that in animation, man. You see like these celebrities, doing the voices for these animated characters, man. When back in the day they would hire an actual voice actor, an unknown voice actor to do these parts, and now they have these celebrities kind of taking their jobs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, we can talk to Romy. She'll tell you all about it. she literally has gone up against like huge movie stars for these prominent guest starring. And who do you think gets the job?
Yeah, because everybody's trying to eat, man.
You know,
everybody's trying to eat.
Over 100 of you guys hanging out with us in X, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Here with Dante Verbal Riot. How's your channel going, man?
It's going fine, man. It's going well. It grows every week, which is great. And I'm just constantly dropping videos and trying to just stick to my live schedule, which this week is going to be a little off because me and Alan are going to go see Rings of Power in the theater on Wednesday. So that's going to be a shit show. But
Rings of Power, you mean the season 2?
Yeah, the season 2. I think they're doing 3 episodes. So we're going to be.
I didn't get the invite.
Hey,
no,
look,
I remember last time I got invited from one of the movie theaters.
Yeah, no, Alan, I'm his +1, so I don't know.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like interesting how they're not kind of doing the same marketing as before.
Well, dude, because the first season didn't do well. So I mean, I think they're kind of scared right now.
Wow.
And I'm sure we're going to have a gag order on us on what we can say about it.
Yeah, when there's embargo, the levels. We're that's great, dude. That's great. I'm looking forward to seeing your coverage on that. Okay, Nemo Nova for $9.99. Thank you so much. Paulie, you're the best. Muchísimas gracias. By the way, Godfather is the only film and its sequel to ever win Best Picture. That's pretty awesome. Really? A sequel? I guess Rocky 2 didn't win it. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there Empire Strikes Back? No.
No.
I don't even think Star Wars won Best Picture that year.
Yeah, no, I think he's right.
Wow. Well, if there's any other movie aficionados that might know of a movie and its sequel that have won Best Picture, is Godfather the GOAT?
Wow. I mean, I think Terminator 2 did special effects, right? It just won.
It won for like effects.
Yeah.
Oh, Terminator 2. Yeah.
Lord of the
Rings.
Does that even count? Because it's 3 basically.
Well, Fellowship didn't win Best Picture. It won a bunch of awards, Academy Awards. Then Two Towers won some, and then Return of the King finally won Best Picture.
And that could be the thing, right?
Return of the King won like 9 or 10 awards.
Wait, it won Best Picture that year?
Yeah, because it didn't win the other ones.
So technically, it does.
Well, technically,
yeah.
No. Technically, it only won for their third film. It didn't win a Best Picture for the first film. But Nemo is saying that you have to win the first and second Best Picture.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, the Lord of the Rings film is GOAT. I mean, as far as trilogy goes, I mean, I still to this day fall asleep to The Hobbit. Man.
That was a brutal series for me to get through.
I try to watch it. I like the first hour. Where they're in the little Hobbit house and everything.
Dude, The Hobbit was not good, man. I mean,
it's not. But Rings of Power makes it look like Shakespeare. Thank you so much, Nemo. You also became a member. Are we getting levels on that? I'm going to check what levels of membership.
It's Amiguito.
Monday?
It's Amiguito.
See, it doesn't have that here. Amiguito? Okay, and was the other one Amiguito?
The other one, let's see.
Anyways, that is so dope. Thank you so much. Let's Nemo, for your super chat. Let's play you a fun little video. Here we go. Gracias.
The low rider is a little higher.
Yeah, man. Okay, so we're getting. I love that you guys are starting to do the Amiguito level. Amiguito's like my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. For $2.99, she'll get to be in a live chat and I get to say hi to you. What's going on, Dante? Another Coilo? She loved me in the morning.
Love that movie.
The most exploitive Latino exploitation movie ever. And it's
it was unhinged, man. But I think that's what everyone loves about it. Plus, I'm a big Brian De Palma fan, so
yes,
yeah, I love it.
Yes, man, yes. And look who's here. Harry Anders just became a member, also throwing down the is it Swedish Kronor?
Swedish Kronons.
200 Swedish Kronas. Thank you so much, Harry. Another reason too, like Paulie, Many Saints of Newark is fascinating to me. Sopranos, all-time favorite show. Same here. Sofia Coppola directed Lost in Translation. No? Yes. Nice to see you, gents. Fletch, Dante. Original Bamba is very good, by the way. Yeah. Did you ever see Many Saints of Newark, Dante?
Oh yeah. Back in the day, yeah.
What'd you think of it?
Great movie, man. Great movie.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. And yes, Sophia did direct Lost in Translation. That was probably one of her.
That's one of her more well-known movies.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of indie stuff too, but that's like her big.
I think she did some stuff that just didn't also hit, like Antoinette. You know, like it just didn't like capture. I think how she wanted to. Nice to see you. Just original Bamba is very good, by the way. It is very good. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. So, EG, gracias for subscribing. We're getting a lot of great interaction in the chat. Okay, where are we, Fletcher?
So far we have some comments then for the thing. If you want to go straight to the next one. And...
Why don't you read some comments for me as I rest?
All right. So we got Christopher Peak saying, Johnny Depp, I think got paid up front for the Pirates series. Yeah, I think a lot of people were talking about that.
Yeah, but $100 million?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
like, that's crazy, man.
Well, I think according to I think Tom said it was like 90 mil that he got paid. So it's up there. It's not unheard of, basically, I guess. So
what's up, Tommy?
Yeah. So Cool Kev says 100 million and you haven't done a thing. Well, he did go and put the mask on and he got there in stage. So that's something.
Okay, wait. I have a question. So 90 million, right? Or 100 million, whatever he's getting paid. Is that just for Doomsday or is that for that and Secret Wars? Like, is it a 3-movie deal for 100 mil or is it?
From what I read, it was it's 100 mil for the one movie. So it's for that one, but he gets basically an airplane. He gets his production company gets to have a cut and he gets a certain back end of it. So it's like it's all kind of.
So it's for the package of the 3 films,
right? Supposedly, yeah. So
okay, that makes a lot more sense.
But who knows how much of it is, because in the comics there was Immortal Iron Man that was like from one comic basically, where Iron Man is Dr. Doom. So I don't know if they're gonna do that or who knows what they're gonna do. That's movie still needs to be good. I think that one we're talking about Iron Man, Dr. Doom. Man, it's just funny because we're here talking about the new Marvel. It was supposed. Remember, Dante was supposed to be Kang, right? And
I mean, but they had to scrap that.
They robbed Homeboy, man. Come on.
They weren't going to bring Jonathan Majors back, so Kang is no more.
That's just so sad.
Now I am curious. Are they just going to do the Men in Black thing and make us forget Kang ever existed, or like how are they going to erase Kang when they built him up this whole time, right?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the funny thing is they could have just simply it's Kang is literally from different universes. They literally could have any actor play him. They could have brought in John Boyega. He's Kang now. You know what I mean? Pick an actor, make him Kang. Literally, I mean,
you know what though? I think at this point they needed a safe bet, and Robert Downey Jr. was literally the only safe bet they had, man.
Wow. So Jaleesa says the strike must have affected the numbers. Yeah, but it's.
They use that. I think they're like COVID. They're just using the strike as an excuse now. Too much.
Unknown from unknown origins. Just
you got to remember too. Julissa and anyone regarding the strike, there was a lot of productions that got wavered and that were working during the strike. A lot.
Right. So I guess Justin Channel also with us says, wait, but the workers won the strike. Yeah. Paulie said a lot of things happened. There was a lot of things. Says, what's up, Primo? Hollywood did it to
The
themselves.
people at the top won the strike.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
The corporations kind of, probably got out of a whole lot of things. We got Bumpy Johnson saying, I think they got to cancel the Blade movie. Doesn't have a director dropping that money. They need Fantastic Four and see if RJ can rekindle the MCU fandom. Yeah, I do hear a lot of stuff that the Fantastic Four is going to reset a lot of things. And Paulie did cover in some videos. So go check out on the videos that he did. He did talk about that.
I mean, if I'm being honest, man, Fantastic Four is really the only MCU movie I'm looking forward to right now.
I wanted to get your thoughts on. I wanted to get Dante's thoughts on Fantastic Four. Let me bring that one back up for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, you think Fantastic Four going up against Superman that opening weekend next year? What are your thoughts on that?
I think one of the two companies is going to flip and move their opening date. I don't know which one, but I think from what I've seen of Fantastic Four, I've seen enough to where I'm at least curious enough to go watch it. Mm-hmm. And a little optimistic about it, which I probably shouldn't be because it's an MCU movie at this point, but I am because of what I've seen. I've seen a lot of good things out of Comic-Con, out of D23. It looks like they're trying to get back to form. So I'm looking forward to the Fantastic Four. Yeah,
I hear a lot of people are buzzed about it. So
I think it's a great cast. I am not a Pedro hater. I've been consistent. I'm a big fan of his work. For minus the stuff on what they post. He's not like a Ziegler where I can't take it to any.
Right.
He seems to have really chilled out, but they all got their views, their views. But I think it's a great cast.
And I'm not a huge fan of his, but I'm willing to give him a fair shot.
Yeah.
Like, if he could pull off Reed Richards, okay.
All right, what's next?
Yeah. All right, so we got EC3 saying China closed the door to Hollywood today. Prelude to worse, maybe. I did hear about that some Chinese companies are kind of like not wanting to get some of the movies that usually have a good run in China. So that seems to...
That's going to hurt some people.
Yeah. Hollywood definitely has been struck by shrinkage, says Mark with the C. It's funny because you literally, Mark with the C, you just said what Paulie has said.
Yeah, Mark, you've been here since the beginning now, and in regards to some of the current information that I shared with you guys today, we got that information from a Hollywood working professional, firsthand information, completely trustworthy. Like Dante says, I should be surprised, but I'm not. It really sucks. All right, let's go on.
That's crazy. Deleted scenes. The Crow is dead in the water. There's been a time when the home video would have saved it, maybe, but those days have passed. That's an interesting take. Yeah,
let's go right now to, speaking of The Crow, let's go right now to the box office. Dante, Deadpool and Wolverine reclaim box office throne as The Crow and Blink Twice stumble into theaters. What's Blink Twice?
That's the Channing Tatum movie that just came out.
Zoe Kravitz directed.
Oh.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz directed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I heard it's great. I heard it's a good movie.
Really?
What?
I've heard good things about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I'll give it a shot.
They said it's a genuine thriller. So
hey, it's original. There you go.
And they said Zoe, for her first time directing, kills it. So
it's not an easy thing to do. That's great. All right. Xenomorphs and Chani Tatum are no match for Wade Wilson, at least according to the summer box office. Deadpool is officially reclaimed #1 again. Wow. After 5 weeks, it earned a domestic haul of 18.3 million. Whopping domestic of 577.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you put out a good movie, man. I mean, people are thirsting, man. There's nothing in the theaters, dude. So they're going back to see this movie over and over again.
I mean, I might go see it again. I definitely want to see Alien again one more time. I did enjoy Alien.
I did too. I saw it twice.
Did you really? How was
Yeah,
it the second time?
I like that movie, man. Like I know a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't, but there was something about it that felt very much like Aliens. But I get I get the criticism. There it does have some major flaws, but it's a fun popcorn movie.
It's so much fun. I thought it was great. I like the kids. You know, they weren't annoying to me. The ones that were annoying got killed off.
And early too. They got killed off early.
That
So
was good.
yeah.
It's the highest grossing rated R movie of all time, sticking the superhero landing with a 1.2 billion total. Wow. That's great, dude. That's fantastic.
You know what though? Disney needed that win.
Desperately.
Mhm.
They needed that win.
Yeah.
Desperately. Yeah. They desperately. Aliens, seventh installment, domestic run sum of 72 million so far, 225 globally. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all. They can feel good about that.
They got no stars in the film. The star's the alien. You know, that's pretty good.
And I think that's the thing people need to remember too, man. Is like you said, there's no major stars in this film,
Right?
Like they took a chance on a bunch of just unknown actors for the most part. I guess the girl's been to other things, but
well, she's new. She's a new star.
But she's new, yeah.
She's a brand new star. Yeah, she's Civil War. Got this, then she's got another one.
Oh, she did that Priscilla movie, the Elvis movie. Yeah.
So I like her a lot. I thought her, Isabella, I thought all the I thought everyone was a lot of fun.
Oh, the guy who plays the android killed it, man.
Yeah, he's really good.
Oh, what was the character's name? Adam?
Well, Andy was the character's name. Andy the android.
Andy the android was fantastic.
I think the actor's real name is like David Johnson or something like that.
Right, Jacobson. He's an English actor. But let's go down, like you said. We got the Blake Lively. You had the Blink Twice debuting, but we're trying to find the Crow. You got to go all the way down here to the Crow. Unfortunately, not even the presence of stars. Bill Skarsgård. He's a star.
I mean, honestly, kind of, yeah.
All right. I'll give it to you. The new iteration of the story arrived to a meager 4.6 million domestically, claiming the 8th spot at the box office. Abroad, it picked up 3.8, bringing its global total to 8.4. And like you said, it was made for $50 million. Yeah.
Wow.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
And you know what, man? It's not good. It's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie?
It is not a good movie. I did not enjoy this movie.
And you have well, if you didn't enjoy the movie, I mean, I have no intention of seeing it anyways. I am now interested in Blink Twice, which has a really good cast. I think I want to go check that one out. What do you guys think in the chat? It's a producer style scheme. What is that?
Oh, he was trying to say that it's so basically in the style of the producers, meaning they don't really want to make the movie, they don't want to make the show, in the play. The producers, they were like Yahtzees, and they're like, there's no way this will get actually greenlit, but we can make the money from like investors. Yeah, we're really gonna make it. So that's what I think Tom's trying to say. That it's kind of like a scheme where there's like no way in heck this was gonna get made because they read the script, it's terrible, but somehow it got greenlit. So.
Gotcha.
Well, the thing that sucks is that it didn't. There were glimpses of a good movie in there somewhere, and all of that mess. I saw where it could have been a good film, and it never went that way.
Go ahead and hit us with the comments there.
So Mark with the C says the crow won't fly. Bonzo says you got to dig all the way to China to find the crow.
Whoa.
Wolverine says, I watched The Crow 2024 when it hits digital. And Thomas explaining they knew it would fail. So they won't have to pay back investors.
Wow.
So it's almost like a Ponzi scheme. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So Harris says you can't ever top Brandon Lee in the original Crow. Yeah. It was weird because they had so many. The Crow is one of those things where the comics basically adapts itself because it is, unlike other things, it is a mantle. So you can do whatever the heck you want.
Right, and the comic was written as an anthology. So my thing is, I don't understand why they had to do a reboot. Why use the character Eric Draven when they could have just created a new character? Because it is an anthology, and you could have a kind of a new story, but with the same theme of the Crow. It would have made it a little bit more.
Let me ask you guys a question: Was the comic book and the anthology before or after the Brandon Lee film?
First, a comic book.
Oh, it was a comic first. So I mean, the books were out there first, and then they finally made the movie.
Yeah, the funny
but
thing is,
it was a pretty kind of like cult hit, right? It wasn't mainstream.
It was an indie comic.
And the indie film was a cult hit, but it's not like it was, like Titanic or Speed at the time.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
Right.
This was the original Crow was a very small film.
I loved it. I saw it in the theater. It was just so bizarre, so out there, so enjoyable. But I loved the soundtrack. How was the music at least good in this one?
No, nothing like the original, man. Because the original, man, you had like Stone Temple Pilots, Nine Inch Nails, The Cure.
Dude,
the original soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
That's inexcusable.
Yeah.
All right, go on, Fletch.
Yeah, so Deleted also says the chief problem with The Crow was Colin, the leads, Eric, and Shelley just changed the names, and it's a generic action film. Yeah, pretty much. You do have, and they also deleted. Yes, they also made them junkies. That don't mind being junkies. So I mean, it's no like in the original work, they're innocent. They're good kids. They just have a rock band.
Yeah, they're good people in a terrible city. Right. And yeah, there's just a lot that they got wrong about this movie, man.
Yeah.
So they're just
so many things.
Terrible characters to begin with?
Well, yeah, because in this movie they're both drug addicts who have done very bad things, and then they meet each other and they fall in love, but you don't really buy the love story all that much. Which, if you don't buy the love story, that kind of takes away the whole point of The Crow.
Sounds horrible. Sounds absolutely horrible, man.
Yeah, it wasn't done well. And The Crow, like I said, it can adapt to anything. You literally can have anybody because they have crows from everywhere in the world. They've all had their crow stories. So literally, you can do a Mexican crow. You can go to Japan and make a Japanese crow. You can go to Africa to make an African crow. I mean, heck, all of these things, everybody would be like, yeah, so awesome. But they had to take it, and well, I can't. So the original Crow was directed, video release over here. Oh, so Sanders says in Europe, I guess they got, and he says, give me the link there, darn it. Yeah, they did. Tom? Well, that was different, Tom. Yeah, they did have Mexican Crow in City of Angels, but that was in LA. It was a Mexican American.
Yeah.
That's Valderramas. Right.
Listen, we'll get when Culture gets here. We'll send you the link because we're still not yet close to talking about La Bamba, but we'll get you in here for that discussion for sure.
Yeah, and we agree. Hey, what's up, Brogu? And yeah, Brando was much better.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
That is just such a. I think the best thing for me to do is just not give him my money, Verbal.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the money. You'll be better off not seeing it because the whole time you're going to be sitting there comparing it to the original.
Okay, well, let's move on. We have a new film, and I went to the LA premiere with our buddy Chris Gore the other night. I was lucky enough to attend, and I have a interview with the lead actress in City Dreams, Renata Vaca. That's on the channel right now. The film review, I'll put it up probably by Wednesday, the latest. It comes out Thursday night. This weekend. It's called City of Dreams. And it's like a, as far as subject matter, it's like a Sound of Freedom because it is the same subject matter. But what I'm seeing something very unique and different because the subject matter of City of Dreams. Let me see. Where's that? Where's my thing here? Is that Sound of Freedom got off right away to a bad political start, Dante. You know, that I really think was unfair. It's one of the best films of last year where I don't know creatively who talked about this, but it's basically the same executive producer. Mir Sorvino is also in this, but they got a bunch of people on the left, a bunch of people on the right to become part of backing this film. And I was like, oh, okay, this is how we're going to do it. Let me talk about that in a minute, but I want to bring this up, Dante, because there's no one more left than Martin Sheen. But he's like old school. He's been protesting no nukes and no grapes since the 60s.
You know what though?
Yeah.
Martin Sheen is a liberal who doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah. So this is from City of Dreams. Join Martin Sheen, make a difference in the fight against child trafficking. Yes, that's what this movie is about. I'll talk a little bit about it in a second. Let's hear from Martin. I want to play this for you guys.
Hello, I'm Martin Sheen, and recently I attended a special screening of a powerful new film that exposes in no uncertain terms the harsh, brutal, and devastating reality for numerous innocent victims of human trafficking right here in the United States. The film is called City of Dreams. It opens nationwide August 30th, and I urge you to see it because I know if you're anything like me, when you do see this film, you're going to want to know how you can help end human trafficking. And to that end, I invite you to stay tuned for a special 2-minute trailer right here on City of Dreams. And thank you.
We'll play a little bit of it.
Jesús, échale ganas del otro lado.
Atelintech mamá huitia intonali. No tlactocatzine. Tihuel cuinacuilis intonali. Vamos, mijo.
¿Y el chamaco? ¿Cómo está?
Está listo. Es bueno, es bueno.
Es la decisión correcta para toda la familia.
¿Crees que mañana vas a salir a jugar a la cancha? No.
Any reason you rolled through that stop?
I'm sorry.
That's your son?
Yes. Got any ID for the boy?
Yeah.
Watch the stops.
To a 2018 red Mustang belonging to Rodrigo Ramirez.
Rise and shine, homie! Rise and shine!
First shift 6:30, second shift 12:30. Last shift till 11, and boom, lights out at midnight.
Okay, I don't want to play the rest of it. I want you guys to go and discover it for yourself. But Dante, any first thoughts right here from you?
It looks good. It looks really good or interesting. You know, like I'm curious about it.
So this film was made a few years ago, and we got to hear that night from the writer director.
I know there's more of them in there.
Who was there at the screening. Also, too, Renata Vaca, that's her right there in the film. What was interesting is that I'd bring up this whole thing of these kind of different people coming from all different quadrants, as you will. Tony Robbins, Vivek Vishwami, the presidential candidate. He's an executive producer on the film. They really got a coalition of people from different parts of entertainment, political, to back this film, and it's really impressive. Okay, so that's one thing. I think that's actually a really good thing. And even the director was saying, "Look, I'm Indian. Vivek's Indian. I'm Democrat. He's a Republican. I don't care. This goes above political lines." And they got into it, dog. I mean, they were talking facts, right? Of course, we can go down that rabbit hole, but what we do know is that this is quickly going to surpass drug trafficking. human and sex trafficking children and women. Let me bring in right now Culture Casino right in time. What's up, my brother? Culture Casino's here.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I was waiting for the second hour to jump in and say, yay. Oh, I got to say hi, the amazing man here, Verbal Riot.
Hey, how you doing, man? It's been a while.
Good. Yeah, it's been a few weeks. Yeah. But it's good to see you. And you got to do some really wonderful things, including going to see this film right here, City of Dreams.
We were just getting into. We just played a little bit from Martin Sheen, and I was telling the audience in the panel that everyone from Martin Sheen, Tony Robbins, Mir Sorvino, Vivek Vishwami, from the left, from the right, getting behind this film. So smart, because it's the same executive producers of Sound of Freedom. They probably saw from last year, we can't make this a political thing.
No.
Kind of get, So that being said, guys, I saw this film. This is not a pretty film. This is not a hopeful film. Sound of Freedom was, you could say, poetic and harrowing, but it had hope. This is desolate, man. This is real. There's no happy ending. And I will say one more thing. This is from the perspective of the child. And it's gut-wrenching. I don't know if I want to see it again. But it's an incredible film. And at times, it was like a horror film. As if I'm a child in a nightmare and I'm waiting for Freddy Krueger to come out or from around the corner, if that makes sense. Any thoughts, guys? Did I turn you guys off? Freak y'all out?
Look, like I told you, I'm going to go see this film, but I know how, it's being presented based on descriptions of everything I've heard. And sometimes you have to go see things that are powerful, right? I mean, Sound of Freedom was one of those that you were just like, this is a powerful film. I need other people to see this film. It's going to be hard to convince people to see this film, though.
This is going to be a very specific audience that goes to see this movie. This isn't a Deadpool and Wolverine, right? This isn't like, a feel-good comedy. This is going to be something very, very rough to watch, and that's always going to be a hard sell. But here's the thing. I mean, the subject matter is so important. I think people need to see it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch it. So
you're welcome, Harry. Thank you for being a member, for the super chat earlier. Lo siento, Paulie. Thank you for going through that for the rest of us. I do recommend it. Danny Trejo is not in the film. Just because it's a Mexican film. It's like a prerequisite. Is it Danny Trejo or Eddie Olmos? Both of them are not in the film. Good thing when people come together across the aisle. Absolutely.
From Mexico, Yalitza Aparicio, who's an Oscar nominee.
These movies are tough to watch in the theater for me. I'm going to have to wait to watch this. Yeah, I don't blame you, Julissa. You were saying, Fletcher? Okay, so last thing with this, and it's a nice little transition. We could talk for a second about this. The female lead in this film is a Mexican singer actress, Renata Vaca, and this is her. It's a heartbreaking role, beautifully grounded performance. I want to bring up a quick little clip, if you guys don't mind, of my interview with her, because I got to interview for a second.
Wow.
We were lucky. A little exclusive interview. Let me bring that in, not to show off, maybe, but I just want you guys to get a little feel for little feel for her energy, if that's cool with you guys. Here we go.
All right, we got a special one, Santinos. This is Renata Vaca.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. Mwah.
So, okay, what a grounded and beautiful performance. with such a hard subject matter.
I know, yeah, it's a necessary one, right?
Criminal history whatsoever.
Kind of musician.
The busy kind.
We've got evidence that they're harboring illegals.
Plus for one.
You shot this a few years ago. How does it feel to see it on the big screen?
It's like a dream come true. I thought, at one point, I thought the movie wasn't going to come out. It's been 6 years, but now it's out, and I can be thankful enough.
I was talking to you earlier.
First thoughts, gentlemen.
6 years, huh?
6 years. That was the first thing I reacted to like that. I'm like, wow.
Yep.
Why so long?
They shelved it just like Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, they shelved it. They shelved it even with all those backers.
Well,
the backers are now. The backers are now.
Or now, okay.
They're by name, so now they're helping get the word out in the film. But the film was, and you could tell it's a very low budget film, but it's well done with what he did. He did some incredible stuff in this film. But yeah, go. Anything else, guys?
It used to be called A Dreamer, and then they had a lot of back and forth in Mexico, and they kind of pushed forward, and they did get a lot of stars to kind of jump in. One of the big stars, the person who sings Despacito, Luis Fonsi, is one of the new producers.
Okay,
Right.
so but wait, so because that would throw a negative connotation on the Dreamer, because that's a terminology that they were trying to push forward about people that were coming to America.
Oh, DACA?
Yeah. Okay, all right. That makes sense. They were trying to push that down. Wow.
I don't know, and I didn't really ask that. Obviously, when I was there, I didn't know that information.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this woman here and her vibe?
Oh, she's obviously, she's very energetic. She's beautiful. Holy cow.
Let me jump up a little bit more.
Yeah.
If that's all right with you guys?
Yeah.
Out on Apple TV, so it's Midnight Family.
You're in there, Diego.
Yes, Nova.
Mucho potencial. Tienes que tomar una decisión.
This is her new TV show.
Yes, I have
Dude, we'll be covering that. That's dope. That's dope, man. See, I was looking at myself.
Exactly, don't worry.
Oh, idiot.
I know, and then I'm going to put out some music in September, so
Okay.
watch out, watch out.
Well, thank you for your time. Her feet are hurting. She's in Vestida.
Okay, guys. This is Renata Vaca, and I'm going to say it one more time. Right? And why am I, Paulie, why are you going crazy over this person? Why are you doing this right now? We have other things to talk about. Verbal, Dante, Culture, Fletcher. This is the other person that they were considering for Snow White. It was between her and Rachel Ziegler, down to these two people.
Wow.
Okay, now, just imagine this. Imagine this with this woman's vibe, her
Energy.
authenticity, with her fun, and like, I'm nobody. I literally went up to her and said, "Can I interview you?" "Oh yeah, come on, let's go." Now, let's say, Snow White's still gonna do the same. There's, they're gonna change and do all the writing and all that crap and all that stuff. But if they had a person like this, hey guys, give us a shot. I know it's different. I know it's that, but we love the old one. But this one's different. Come and check it out. We would put our money down because this woman is lovely.
She wouldn't have tanked the movie.
No, she would not have tanked them. Thank you.
No, she would look. This is a person that doesn't. She didn't push any politics. She wasn't talking about anything other than the project that she loves, that she's involved in. So that's. I'm sorry. That's the magic formula.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, well, go back to every variety and talk show you ever watched. The stars for a film weren't going to say anything other than something about their what they were doing in a project. They were going to represent the clip that was whatever's going to be shown. They weren't going to spoil a bunch of nonsense or anything else. And man, she is. Are you serious?
Yes.
They picked Ziegler over her.
Yeah.
Can she sing?
Oh, she's got a single coming out next month, and she's been a singer-songwriter. She was on that kind of that competition show as well in Mexico. What was it called,
Really?
Fletcher?
So it's basically like their what is it? Like Mexico's Got Talent type deal, like American Idol, but it's Mexican Idol.
Yeah.
I think it's called Las Estrellas También Cantan or something like that. She's got a few albums in La Voz. Yes, thank you, Carlos.
La Voz.
It's called
Thank
La
you,
Voz.
Carlos. And she comes out with just she was saying, check out my single in September.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one, man.
Dude. But here's the good news, right? Here's the good news is that Renata's got this movie coming out. She's got a new series on Apple TV up, and I'm going to react to the trailer. I'm putting that up this week. It is a great, fantastic role. It's a dramatic role. It's based off a true story of this family of ambulance workers and in Mexico City that basically they do midnight runs to save people, which actually was a true story. And she's the lead. I mean, I'm so happy for this person because she's so fucking cool. I just got to tell you that. And it really, really, you think of what Disney was doing, and it's incredible. It's just incredible. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know in our communities, we're very much on the Ziegler train as far as what's the next,
But here's the thing, though, man. Disney hired Ziegler because she's an activist, right? This girl's not an activist. They didn't want that. They wanted an activist. I mean, be careful what you wish for, sure, but that's what they wanted, and Ziegler gave them that.
Culture.
I think you're muted, Culture.
I just figured that out, dude. She would have been perfect if you were going to go about doing what they did, which with the changes and everything.
Right, with
if you were going to do that, first of all, I'm going to say it for the fourth time, she's gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah.
Second, she has an energy that's authentic, whereas I always believe that Ziegler is putting on airs. Right. I don't think she is the person she tries to present herself as. Because she's not that good of an actress. Right. And so I'm sorry. It's the truth.
No, she's a stuck-up theater kid, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what Ziegler is.
Yeah. And so, but when you look at her, I mean, I would actually be excited for her just from this reaction alone. And obviously she has way more depth than Ziegler. What has Ziegler been in that had any depth? She just nothing. In her her despite the fact that she did okay in the Hunger Games sequel or prequel or whatever that was,
she was good.
Yeah,
she sang good.
She has a good voice, but you need this energy, man. If you're going to be Snow White, you need this energy. And I'm going to go see the film, but I mean, man, talk about messing up. I mean, verbal right, put it right correctly. They screwed up. Getting that activist in there, that's no good. Is there a way I can see that show?
Yes, it's on Apple. Comes out at the end of September. I'll clue you in.
Yeah, please,
for sure,
yeah.
For sure.
Man, that's great. She gratefully and excitedly decided to have you interview her. That's incredible, man.
Yeah, because I was with Chris.
I got to send you some lapel mics, bro. I'm going to send you some wireless lapel mics because you need.
I know. It
was
on my phone. I apologize for that.
No. I got to get those for you, man.
I was thinking that too. The only thing is that the sound wasn't great because there was so much other noise. But I recognized her and Luis Fonsi that were there, and Chris Gore had these these tickets where we were just all hanging out with everyone afterwards, and she's very, very, very gracious. And that was after the performance, after the movie, after the Q&A, all that good stuff.
Man,
no, she's not a Napoleon Dynamite. It's a joke I put in there because the joke is she was like, I was like, hey, I'm gonna cover your show. She's like, oh yeah, that's cool, and she went like that, and I totally didn't see it. And so I was like, you idiot.
You're a dork.
Yeah, I was such a dork, dude, because I was just like, oh my God, I love the show. All right, Mexican Iron Man's here in the chat. What's happening? It's late at night over there on the East Coast, but he's hanging out with us because, that's how cool he is.
Since Mike's here, he's like, hey, Mike, you going to complain about me streaming everywhere now?
Oh,
Mike, I invited Culture. He's my invited guest.
Yeah.
All the cool people want to be on the slant.
That's
and,
true.
You know,
and it's been too long. It's been way too long.
Well, I'm very grateful that you guys, said yes, and we're always having friends over every Monday, so it's great. Mexican Armor $4.99. Rawr, she's cute. I will see this when it opens. Yeah, man. Listen, she's not cute in the movie, man. It's a heartbreaker, but I'm glad you're gonna see it and support her. But she is something else. She is something else. Syfax is here. Hey, Paulie, Dante and panel. Hey, what's up, man? She was in Saw X. Yes, you are correct. She had a bloody role. Woo! Oh my god! People reacting to her. Oh my god! They picked the dumb woke asshole. I can't finish that. Fletcher.
yeah. I can't finish it either. So
No, it's too many bad words. Wow.
Lady of the Night.
It would have been a different world. And then you believe in the beauty of it because she's a different type of beauty compared to Gal's beauty. You get it. You get why the queen would be envious of Renata's beauty. I mean, you're muted again? Or is
You're
it me?
muted again.
Yeah.
No, he's muted again.
I'm sorry, but it would be consistent beauty, right? You could like legitimately understand why there would be a rivalry there, like it's because I mean, could you imagine them opposing, like when they show the face on the mirror, right? Because that's supposed to be that moment where you're like you're starting to age, and the jealousy and all of that. It just
yeah, like her being Snow White would have made more sense.
Yeah,
well, you would believe it. Ethnicity swap and all, however you want to phrase it. It's different. You still would have bought it.
They both have that classic beauty, right? I mean, and there's a scientific term for the wide eye displacement things that Disney's fascinated with, but I don't remember.
You're
what
not
that
going to
is.
go there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I didn't. But there actually is a term for it. But anyway, but I really did think that there was so much difference there, and I'm like, how's the audience supposed to believe this is realistic when you look at these two ladies, right? If you put those two together, hello. I mean, that makes sense, right? Yeah. That is the up and coming beauty, and she's going to outshine you if she hasn't already.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dante, am I on the right path with that one? Or is
no,
look,
man, I think the thing about her is that she's attractive in every way, right? She's physically attractive, her personality is attractive. You would get why, in Snow White, an evil queen would be jealous of her, right? You don't get that from Zegler. Like you look at Zegler and then you look at Gal and you're like, what are you jealous about? And that's a problem with a Snow White movie.
Yeah.
Because if you fail at that, you fail at the whole film.
Right. It's just incredible. It's like you're down to these two. And what did that director said? Because they're, this was almost a year ago, Fletcher, when we reacted to Renata being on Spanish radio as a Spanish podcast.
Yeah.
And she had said, and they asked her about it, and you could tell how emotionally attached Renata was still with that.
Yeah, it was so long
because it was between you and one other person, and they didn't say who that other person was. But then obviously they went with Rachel. I'm just blown away because I know how I'm just seeing how things are gonna work out, and I just see Renata having that career that Ziegler wishes she could have. I see it happening in front of our faces with this heavy film, and now with this exciting television program going to come on Apple.
But I'd like to know who made that decision.
Apparently, it was the director,
right? Like
or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't Dante. Maybe it wasn't Culture.
No, someone had to make the decision. Someone had to choose one or the other. So I like to know who the casting director was for that.
Well, the casting director has no power. At the end of the day, it's gonna be the executives, the committee from Disney. You kidding me? And maybe the director they'll hear his input.
You know what though? That's fair. When you're talking about Disney, that's fair.
But
that's what I mean.
Okay, so look, Zegler has overshadowed this whole travesty of the White movie for far too long. Who is the director for the film? I don't remember that piece of information. Normally, I remember everything about every movie I cover.
Yeah, he's actually Mark Webb is actually a coveted director. 500 Days of Summer, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Gifted, Amazing Spider-Man. It's not like
he's done some good movies.
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't done anything.
So my suggestion is he had no influence here.
That's your feeling?
Yeah, because I mean, based on what he previously produced, yeah, I would say he probably had no say in this.
Oh, absolutely not, man. Sam Raimi didn't have a say in Doctor Strange.
Oh, I hated that movie.
God, it was so bad.
I hated that.
Sam Raimi didn't have say.
I walked out of that so pissed.
Dude, how do you hire Sam Raimi and not let him do his thing?
Right.
You hire Sam Raimi and then you stand back and you just say, go for
whatever you want. You're still muted, Culture.
He's like in and out of mute.
In and out of mute.
Well, because okay, so like
one more for you, Culture. One more for you guys.
All right. Oh, see,
yeah, she's hot,
and she's
that's a Hollywood beauty.
She's so
that
sweet.
is classic Hollywood beautiful looks.
25 years ago, 30 years ago, she's a standout. She's a superstar. You want her on posters. I'm sorry. Do you know what used to sell films? The poster campaigns, the billboard campaigns, and touring around like with all the talk shows. I miss that, like the real talk shows, not the baloney sausage we have to put up with today. Because Jimmy, look, Fallon is a fine guy. He's just recooked freaking spaghetti that you just don't want to eat anymore. And the other fellow, the Kimmel dude's a douchebag. So like but regardless, they don't do what they used to do, right? You used to have the stars would come in, they talk about their film, talk about the clip. It was a very like formulaic thing that worked, and now it isn't like that anymore. What's your political take? That's the only conversation.
And if Ziegler's father does have Hollywood Connects, then that's definitely it, because I know Renata does not. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what Culture said, man, here in LA, I have I don't have cable and all that. I just have basic antenna stuff, right? But there's this one channel where they show reruns of Johnny Carson. And I remember, and I watched a few of those, and I watch them come like almost every day. And I look at how the celebrities carry themselves on Johnny Carson, and how there'll be jokes and some banter, and then they talk about the film. That person leaves. That's it. Nothing controversial. No politics. Just joke around, talk about the movie, get out of there. And I wish they would just get back to that.
You imagine that.
Well,
imagine that.
But Dante, what was happening there, and I think everybody here that is watching probably understands that the comedy that came out of the actual comedians they brought into the show. They might have a few lighthearted moments with this film star, right? But everything was so well scripted, and it felt like it was banter. It felt like it was spur of the moment, but the studios actually had enough control that they could keep this to being, let's promote the movie. Yeah, you're a socialist communist butthead, but we're going to promote the movie. Don't talk about any of that.
And the thing is, you didn't know that by watching the interview.
No.
You didn't know these people's politics?
No.
I mean, and we go back to City of Dreams, where they're like, hey, we got people from the left, from the right. We're all here for this movie, this special movie. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you saw the joy, the love at the red carpet when everyone's excited. Took 6 years to get on the screen. That's incredible right there. All right, we got a super chat that we're gonna move on. Harry Anders comes in with another 100 Swedish Coronas.
Ooh,
Corona.
New member of the channel. Renata reminds me of a young, gorgeous Lena Olin, who was an outstanding actress. Oh, love Lena Olin.
Yeah.
Incidentally.
Yep.
Yeah, Lena was amazing.
Woof. I wish her a prosperous career going forward. I agree with culture. Ziegler comes across as not authentic, and that's it.
Yep.
I was smitten on how authentic Renata was right there in that moment. I was like, she's going far, man. She's gonna go far.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's that special jelly that Paul Chato talks about. It's the thing we used to talk about, right? She has it. It is a thing. It's a thing. You know, and I'm sorry. I get excited when I see people like that. So, you know, please.
Yeah, because it's becoming rare. It's becoming more rare to see it now.
Yeah. Oh, indeed. Indeed.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. Like Harry's becoming the one of the sponsors of tonight's live stream. Got some super chats. He became a member of the channel. We got to play one of our uncles for him, Fletcher. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Hype it out. Wow.
Do it.
La da da dee dee dee. I want to thank you, Harry, for being a new member of the channel. Thank you, guys. I thank you for the super chats. Every single cent helps me stay on YouTube for another month, another day, another week, because, man, it is so competitive. As you guys know, we're trying to do the best entertainment here, trying to give it all to you guys authentically, with some some great guests, some great entertainment. Whether it's mariachi groups coming on by or great actors coming on by. We try to have it here all on the slant, thelatinoslant.com as well. Listen, we got plenty of more show for you guys. Plenty more shows. I just wanted to take another quick 30-second break, and then we'll be right back. Let's get some Puerto Rican ladies to play some congas. Be right back. All right, we're back here in the Latino Slant. Jenna Ortega thinks she auditioned for Zendaya's role in Dune. ¿Qué? She says everything was very secret. Oh my, let's bring in our special guest for the night. We have Culture Casino, Dante Verbal Riot, and of course the producers, Mr. Fletcher.
Boom, boom.
What do you guys think of this? We just went from Renata, possibly. I don't even think I need to read the rest of this article.
No.
Because that headline right there. What are your first thoughts, CC?
Dude, they screwed up. They should have taken Jenna. Are you
I
kidding
agree.
me?
I agree.
I mean, this is like a no-brainer after no-brainer since I showed up. It's like, what? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. She would have been so much better in that role. Really, she did. She auditioned for this.
But here's the thing: by the time they actually started filming this thing, right, which was maybe 5-6 years ago, Jenna was not nearly as big as Zendaya was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably thought they were going with the bigger star, and it just turns out that Jenna blew up within that 6 years. And so looking back, sure, maybe they made a mistake, but in their eyes, they went with the bigger star.
The problem is that. Gosh, you're so right. Even
though it would be truer to the casting of Chani, because Chani and Paul were teenagers.
Yeah, and I feel
15 and 16, right?
Yeah, and I feel like the chemistry would have been better.
Easily. To me, she's the better actress, but at the time, she just wasn't as big.
No. Sometimes they make dumb decisions, right?
Oh, absolutely, all the time.
This just seems like a no-brainer, and of course we have the advantage of hindsight. But I just feel like, man, because look, first of all, we may not have gotten maybe Dune 2 doesn't end the way it does. like in this, I don't know. I mean, because you could feel there would be a romantic element, there would be chemistry, there'd be a quality in the relationship that was absent. I honestly felt like Zendaya's performance in Dune was the same as her performance in Challengers, which was terrible.
Yes, I completely agree.
She has one thing that she can do, which is look like she's pouting, and that's it. And she did that really effectively in this Euphoria show that she got big for somehow. Somebody help me out.
She plays a good drug addict. I'll give her that.
Oh boy.
Well, she's the Euphoria, and she's a high end model. I mean, she does fit that model skinny thing.
The thing is, Zendaya wasn't the best choice. She was the safe choice.
Oh, that's
she's got a huge fan base.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was
and
the
at
safe
that
choice.
time, wasn't she already doing Spider-Man movies?
Yeah, she was already in Spider-Man.
I mean,
yes.
there's no competition. Jenna was coming out of Disney. She did not do the Scream movies yet. She didn't do X yet. She didn't
do Wednesday yet.
She didn't do Wednesday yet. They probably saw her because it's like, you know what? Let's just see how someone closer to the age of Chani would look. And we had talked about this a few months ago, I believe, with Tom and Price of Reason on one of those streams where we were just like, who else could have played Chani? I'm like, Jenna Ortega, hands down.
Yeah.
Fletcher.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those things where we could have had a more charismatic, I think, kind of actor in the sense. But, you can't deny that Zendaya does have a huge fan base right now. She's I mean, whole websites dedicated to her. She's got a huge following in social media, and she is like the it girl right now for a generation. I think her and Timothy Oliphant are two huge rising stars, no matter what they do. Like they just walk out on the red carpet, whatever, they get actual articles printed about them. And
sure.
I know a lot of people did, enjoy her performance, even the ones that didn't like the way that Dune kind of went because it did deviate. Who knows what they're going to do in the next one? But yeah, I mean, she's huge star all over the world. It's whatever it is she has, like the royal jelly, like Cheeto has. She has something that even if we don't see it, because my thing, I'm like, she's a little, she needs to eat a couple more tacos and tortas, but
oh my God.
I'm just saying, but
I think you meant Timothy Chalamet, Oliphant, totally someone else.
he meant to, yeah.
He said, you said Timothy Oliphant, so.
Totally Oliphant? No. Well, I can't. It's French. Nothing French, man.
Just say Chalamet Ding Dong, and everybody understands.
Yeah. You're not a fan of Chalamet?
Or Silly Wonka.
Yeah,
Silly Wonka. Film was so bad, and it
was really
so
bad.
Money. I was like, why are people going to this dumb thing? Come
all
on.
All of my friends and my cousins that are, girls, they all love that movie. I don't know what you guys talking about.
Dude,
they love it.
What does Chris say? He's I can't probably say it on this show.
I will say this. I thought Zendaya is not good in Dune.
No.
However, I liked her in Challengers. Why? Because that character's not a nice person. They're not nice people in Challengers. I thought that I bought into it, man. I bought into it.
Well,
I tried, man. I tried to like that movie. You know what the problem was is that I couldn't buy anybody. I couldn't buy them.
All right. Listen. However, this would have been a vastly different movie with Jenna. And what do you guys think? We got some comments, or what are they thinking there, Fletcher? All
right, so we got Soup Can Santa would still pick Zendaya over Jennifer Chani.
Oh,
like I said, boom. There's a lot of people. I swear, like all
it's
my
a weird
cousins,
thing, right?
Yeah, all my cousins, they love this girl. They love everything she does. I mean, she's standing there. O gran mulher do mundo. So it's like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Zendaya has wooden and everything she's been in. Yes, but obviously that wooden style sells. So
Hey, look, it just means the little fella that looks like he's perpetually 12 years old, Tom Holland, is into puppets or marionettes.
Wow.
Oh my God! The funny thing is that today was Zendaya was trending on stuff because she had pictures with Tom Holland on X. I'm telling you, it's like it's one of those things. Carlos Alfredo Lopez says another great casting choice by picking Zendaya. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Savonza says Zendaya did a great job too. I think Jenna would have been better in the fight scenes.
Whoa.
You think Jenna would have been better in the fight scenes? That's the
But
thing.
she looks like a healthy person. I'm sorry. Oh, come on.
Jenna can move. There's a great fencing kind of montage in Wednesday. But here's what I know. Jenna is a student of acting.
Yeah.
If it's the cello, she worked her ass off on it. If it's fencing, same. What's the other thing she had to do? She had to come up with that dance whole style for that dance which went viral. So yeah, I totally, Jenna would totally 100% commit to fight scenes. It's up to the director to make it look good.
Well, everybody's on the seat, the edge of their seats for the new Wednesday thing, right? I mean, including me. So I don't get excited about television at all. So I'm excited to see that. How many other performance? What performance of Zendaya are you on your seat to see? Are you excited about Euphoria? Euphoria that took like 2 years, 3 years. Am I right? Something like that. It's like stupid long production time now.
I thought it was a makeup brand. Wasn't that the place where the girls get their makeup? Sephora. Super Cosmopolitan Honey Candle Squid. Almost as long of a name as me. Zendaya was Disney star, so she held that line. A skip feature. Our seat.
Okay, so I'm going to assume, I don't know if we're talking about the Crow or not, but this FKA Twigs person was like a model, right?
Right.
Okay. Zendaya was a model.
Right, yeah, but she was a Disney girl. She had like two shows that were very successful.
But so that just tells me Disney is preferring two-dimensional human beings.
Well, to be fair, Jenna's from there as well. Come on.
No. I'm talking about
body types.
Yeah. I mean, literally, we're going to cast this piece of paper for this role.
Oh, man.
Hey, who's not two-dimensional? He's kind of 1D, but he's a member of the Latino slant. Terry's here. What's up, Terry?
What's up, Terry?
I haven't seen him in the live chat in a few weeks. What's up, my dude?
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Muchísimas gracias. Thanks for being here. We are just having fun. Listen, man. I gotta tell you, I'm just gonna say it one more time. I liked her in Challengers. I liked Challengers. It's her best work yet. But I'm Jenna all day. Come on now. All right.
Can I ask a question? Because look, Dante, help me out here. How did you like Challengers? What about that film was compelling or even reasonable?
Oh man, come on! I want to get. Come on, we have other stories to get to.
All right,
we really do. We really do.
Okay.
You know what we can do? We could talk about it later on, best of 2024 because it's one of my favorite films of the year.
What?
Yeah, he really liked it.
I loved it.
Yes.
And I'm not alone.
Yes, you are.
No,
I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. We had friends like Struggle Reviews loved it.
Yeah. Struggle, R&B.
Yeah. Dante, help me, because how is this possible?
I don't know. I couldn't buy any of those characters at all.
I know.
Okay, what do we? I'm gonna give you guys a choice, right? Here this is what we have left. We have the La Bamba. We have 2 Tarantino sound bites to go over. We have the new Emilia Perez trailer I got to show you guys. And then I got to show you some political and pop memes to go over. So what would you guys like right now? What would you guys like?
Let's hear what Tarantino has to say.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's bring him in. There was 2 clips that I grabbed.
Before we do that,
I've listened to all of part 1. What's that?
Before we do that, I'd like to highlight
Yes.
that boom, Terry Act just gifted 5 Latino Class memberships.
Very cool.
Oh, he gets a bigote. Where's my bigote for Terry? Wow, man, it's so cool. We're gonna keep on with some Mexican midget love. Woo! It's hot.
That's how we do it, people.
That's how you do it. One
See?
more. One more.
Right.
Let's give him Mexican Yoda.
Como cuando tu esposa te dice, lava los trastes. No voy a lavar ni madre. Nada voy a lavar. Eso no es cosa de hombres, es cosa de viejas. Yo no voy a lavar nada, nada. Lávalos tú. ¿Eh? Nada, un TikTok. Un TikTok que está ahorita.
¿De qué?
No, ya lo voy a borrar porque nada, está bien chafa, ni me gustó. Sí, no, déjamelo. Sí, de hecho, estaba poniendo música para ponerme a lavarlo, ¿sabes? ¿No sabes dónde está la esponja?
I gotta tell you, man, anytime you act macho and right in front of your own sink, trying to be all macho, saying this, that's the things that women do, not the men do, you're gonna get burned, man. Don't be doing that. Terry, thank you, Terry. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome.
MC Wong is the man right there.
Yeah, I
We
think
got
it's
a lot
also
of love
because-
in the chat. We got Terry, we got Deleted, we got Sanda Hamaslag, Mark D. Oh, I better watch how I'm setting. I got my hand up. I gotta stop.
Yeah. Say Sanders and have your hand up. Things would be misconstrued. You know, a little German audience. But we all have mustaches on the stream right now, so I think
All
that
right.
also helps the stream.
All right, let's put up these clowns. Recently, Quentin Tarantino was on Bill Maher and his podcast. They had some interesting things to say.
Wait,
it is
this is
What?
the one where they smoke and drink on it, right?
Yes. So by the end of the 2 hours, he was slushed. He was actually saying Charlie Chaplin was a sensation.
It's actually true, though. That's actually true.
Yeah. No. It was anytime long form Tarantino interview, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. I picked out 2 of these guys for you guys. The first one is on race swapping. The next one is political. Why don't we go ahead and listen right now? I think we're so well versed in this that we'll pick up on it right away. Here we go.
Can do it later.
And I feel like you're like the last one who will stand up against the current trend to cast not by merit.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also to, I mean, the whole thing about like cultural appropriation that, you know, who was it? We did a whole thing about it. It's in that book.
Yeah.
Oh, John Leguizamo, who I like, but he was complaining.
That's kind of
Right.
what you want. You want them to kind of own that character. And but in a play, it's like, no actor owns.
What did I do? Sorry about that, guys.
Just a pause.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just a pause, I think.
Exaggerated version of it. They're talking about things like Tom Hanks is a gay, like
All right, let's
the
go
whole
back a
thing
little bit.
about like cultural appropriation that, you know, who was it? We did a whole thing about it. It's in that book.
Yeah.
Oh, John Leguizamo, who I like, but he was complaining about, who was it? Some white guy who was playing Castro.
Yeah.
He's like, but he's not Cuban. But John Leguizamo has played parts where he played Super Mario. He's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
Italian.
yeah,
you know?
exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's like Tom Hanks said he would not play the character in Philadelphia today.
Oh, really?
Because he's not really gay, which I feel is so gay in you know, the Eminem way. Because he was.
I mean, the thing about it is, I mean, look, I guess I have no problem with any actor playing any type of another race role for anything that's happened kind of up until now. Okay, now it actually, I would ask the question, well, what, you couldn't find a Mexican guy to play this Mexican guy? All right.
There you go. What is that? What do you guys think there? Before you guys answer, well, look, you got a crazy little cousin that came in. Tom from Midnight's Edge.
Boom.
What's
What
up?
did you just say? I missed it.
He said you couldn't find a Mexican guy to play this Mexican guy.
Yeah, he's basically saying I'd give you all the way up until now, but now I have to even ask. You couldn't get a Mexican guy for the Mexican role. I'm talking about race swapping. Talking about casting. So let me play a little bit more. Good to have you here, Tom.
Right.
Tom, Dante, Tom.
Oh, I know Tom.
They know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do Georgia's show every Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't watch. I don't. Come on.
We
Sunday.
know you don't watch anybody. We know.
No, it's Sunday. It's a tough day for me, man. Here we go.
No, you couldn't find an American Indian of all the people that exist. You can't find,
certainly an Indian because they just don't look the same. And certainly there's Mexico. I understand that, but
no, but I mean, I even feel like I don't want to see some American do a phony French accent when there's French people and there's French actors.
But
out
that's
there
an exaggerated version of it. They're talking about things like Tom Hanks as a gay. Like, I think you should be able to play a gay.
That's the part that's where I would kind of draw the line. If it comes to a different race, well, that I can understand. But I feel all of Latin America is eligible to play all the rest of Latin America.
We're not gonna cast Mickey Rooney again as a Japanese man or Jerry Lewis with the buck teeth.
But if it comes to sexual preference, and anybody should play that role.
Right.
All right. Let me hear what you guys have to. What do you guys think? CC.
Look, you and I have always agreed on the idea that the underrepresentation of the Latino actor in Latino roles is a real problem. I also am one of the people that understand that, believe it or not, the people who go to the theaters and over-index there demographically is always the Latino audience. So, it's difficult for me to understand why this has been a problem going forward. But when it comes to the roles where you're an actor, you're supposed to be able to do gay, you're supposed to be able to do straight, you can do bi, you can play an alien. What does it matter at that point? Like if you have qualified actors that are basically playing a role that would in fact be given to somebody of a particular race from a different location across the globe, that should be the person that plays the role. I don't have a problem with that. I might draw the line at a white person playing a French role, because I think lots of different countries speak French, right? So it's like, okay. I mean, you have Creole people that speak French pretty well, that are not white. I mean, you got to be careful on stuff like that. But like I said, I have no objection to what he just said. I mean, that's not where my objection comes from. It's when you completely swap the race that you're going to see that. And as Dante pointed out, Johnny Legs played an Italian plumber.
It's a Mario.
Which they bring up here.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because we're not supposed to know what people's sexual preference or care about them anyway. It's so hypocritical.
And there also is an aspect about acting going on.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. It's like, I mean, I would be interested to see Al Pacino play a drag queen, to see the drag queen Al Pacino would come up with, because he's a great actor.
You know what movie I was watching?
Okay, Dante.
I agree with him. I think when it comes to the race stuff, I think there's enough talented, actors of every culture that can get in and play these roles right away. And I think I speak for everybody when I say my problem is the race swapping of characters. It's not so much the casting of diverse actors. It's the swapping of established characters, right? I'm sorry, but here's the thing. As a black man myself, I don't need to see a black Clark Kent. You get what I'm saying? Because Clark Kent, I'm sorry, isn't black, right? I don't need to see myself, in Clark Kent physically, even though I relate to Clark Kent as the character. You get what I'm saying? And as far as the whole gay thing, and that's just completely stupid. Because at that point, it's just acting, right? I mean, you had Robin Williams in The Birdcage. You had like all these different actors who have played gay roles. It didn't take away anything. And here's the thing. A lot of these actors who are playing these roles are gay on the DL, and y'all just don't know. So they cast gay actors all the
They
time.
did gay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Who play straight roles?
All the way back to Rock Hudson, right? So we need to go back and correct for that. We need to go back and correct for the roles that were played by the gay. That's so messed up. I mean, that's so messed up. If you were a theater kid, right? If you did any of that in your life, or you went to film school, or both, some of us did both. But if you did any of that, 90% of the people around you were otherly identifying whatever that was for them.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, I knew it. It was kind of an open secret. It's not like I didn't know that, Greg next to me liked dudes. Okay. It just, he did. It is fine because it doesn't matter.
Let's hear from Tom.
Yeah.
And by the way, a lot of those gay actors do play straight roles.
All the time.
All the time.
Speaking of gay actors playing straight roles, Tom?
As I was saying, I make a sex chick with a dick.
Great ass.
You had to give him the mic, didn't you?
You had to give the link.
You had to give the link.
Look, that was the moment. That was the moment I got to hear Any Given Sunday. Coming out as wearing a dress. That was great.
No, I mean, Tarantino's right. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's we've all said this stuff before. It makes no sense. It's called acting, right? And in most cases, that isn't even that big of a deal or part of the character. And y'all are basically saying stuff I've said a million times before, like Verbal just brought up. Like, I hate this idea that we need more gay representation in Hollywood. It's like, you mean more than the 99% you already have?
Right.
I mean, like, how many more gay people can we shove in here while we're like, but no, like at the end of the day, I don't see why. And again, he's right. What makes movies like Tu Wong Fu so funny or that people want to see it? They want to see Johnny Legs and Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes in drag. Yeah. Right. It's traditionally kind of this thing in, Hollywood. It goes all the way back to vaudeville. It goes all the way back to,
the English theater. I mean,
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about for comedy's sake, but yeah.
But in Shakespeare, dudes are playing chicks. I'm sorry. Romeo and Juliet were two dudes.
Fletcher.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I agree. No, I think for one thing, that show with Bill Maher, I'm sorry, that show's so creepy. When he has like female guests, it gets so creepy so fast.
I agree.
It's hard to watch. I mean, if you ever watch like the ones where they have like the ladies on, especially like the younger actresses, man, those things get creepy.
Oh, dude, when he had the Haktua girl on, that was cringe, dude.
This is the first time I've watched his.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Dude, this After Hours thing is like,
I just don't like him anymore. I just haven't.
He gets very sloppy at a certain point.
He's a dick,
I have kind of this.
I just don't watch him.
Your instinct is correct, Paulie. He is a dick. So
I like this format though because it does let him get a little bit more candid with some of the the artists involved. Like
it's a little
again,
more
the girl thing gets a little creepier. But
he's just copying us, Tom.
Yeah.
To a point, but I mean, do we have Tarantino popping on here twice? No,
not yet.
Do we have all these other people? I mean, that'd be.
I haven't had Tarantino,
I would lose my shit if it
we've
was
had some people
Tarantino.
stop
But
on by.
Yeah. No, and we'll talk about it later. But like again, that's what I love about his conversations when he does this is we do get a little bit more candid with these guys. And somebody like me who loves Tarantino, like I mean, look, I love these kind of conversations. But yeah, Bill is one of those guys where. Some days I agree with just about everything he says. Other days I just think he's being the dumbest fuck in the world. French.
No,
remember Terry Ike said Tarantino gets drunk and starts thinking of Pacino and drag.
Right? That's
Well, I mean, it's
some slurred speech going there. Charlie Chaplin's sensational.
Fact.
Well, okay.
Just when I think I'm out, tuck me back in.
Well, okay. So he's smoking a Mershawn pipe.
It's so funny. I'm like, all right, poop deck happy.
And then he has a little, bourbon or whiskey or whatnot.
You have a big bottle right there.
Hey, all you guys out here talking shit, man. You drink a few glasses of whiskey and see where you're at, man. Like it's
exactly.
And he smoked a little bit of Bill's doobie there.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Gay actors played.
Oh, I watched it
straight
from
throughout
I haven't seen this whole interview yet.
I just
it's
saw
like
the
2
whole thing.
hours, but I've seen like about a third of it or so far,
Yeah.
all in its entirety. And
Yeah.
he takes quite a few drags off of Bill's.
Oh no,
joint.
it's extensive, and I think it's just part one. There's another. They're gonna release a part two, because at the end of part one, right now, he's like, "Can I go pee?"
Oh
That's because Tarantino can talk forever.
Well, yeah, and he's like, "No, I want to keep talking, man, but I gotta pee."
I just watch clips of this show and never actually watched the show.
Yeah.
Is the opening song like sublime? You know.
Honestly, I don't think they even have like an opening song exactly. I mean, if it is, it's just really subtle because like they just get into the conversation, and the longer they're there, the more fucked up they get, the more stupid shit they'll say. And I think it's
Right.
kind of hilarious. So
Back to the topic, Julissa says they're actors. How is that cultural appropriation? Well, it's this argument started, and it's just such a stupid argument of Leguizamo going after James Franco for playing Fidel Castro. It's like, he's
Right.
a Latin role, man. You're not Latin. Whereas the director and the producers, who are Latino, felt that James Franco, one, facially looks like a young Fidel. Two,
He did.
right.
Mhm.
Exactly. And two, it's their movie. They knew the fuck they want.
It's not his fault he looks just like Justin Trudeau.
Do you think Quentin has weed in there?
I don't think he does in his regular pipe. Actually, I think because in this regular pipe, he talks about how it's just this regular. He's been switching. He quit smoking. He's actually quit smoking here in recent years. So he's been using the pipe, and it's just regular pipe tobacco.
And then deleted also too. He starts drinking, so I doubt if.
Oh yeah, but he does smoke from Bill's doobie. That's what I was saying. So like he totally takes drags.
he
off
does?
Of that. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
that's
why
what
he
I was
gets so-
saying.
that's
So
why
like
he's
he
getting
actually
so
talks
brash.
about the pipe because he says, "I know it looks like the pipe that I have in Inglourious Bastards, but it's not."
Oh.
Because he goes, "That pipe actually isn't real. Like that pipe was a made up pipe for the movie." But
And
this is
you
a
know,
real-
Bill has some good shit.
yeah, well, it's
His
California.
list really comes out when he's
Dante,
when he's drunk.
from experience there.
I'm just saying.
He's got some Snoop stuff, is what he's got. That's what you're trying to say.
Oh, this show took a turn.
But it does.
Hold on, guys.
It does bother me because Tarantino was supposed to be moving away from these types of things in his life. So.
Yeah.
I got another soundbite for you, but let's hold on. Vinny says, let's not forget race swap shows. Race swaps show that Latinos, blacks, and Asians are not worthy for characters of their own.
Thank you. I've been saying that for years, man. It's like we don't want, black, especially black actors. They don't want sloppy seconds, man. It's like if the studios had balls, they would create new characters. They'd invest in new characters for black actors to play instead of thinking that they're doing us a favor by race swapping a character.
Okay, but here's the weird thing. Like, did we have that problem in the 80s and 90s?
Well, okay, but here's the problem with that. I got to tell you, Culture. The problem is that back in those times, the roles were limited, man, for black and Latino actors, man. I mean, you had the same black actors and the same Latino actors play literally in every movie that involved black and Latino people, man. You always had Esau Morales in every single Latin movie that came out. You always had like Robert Townsend or one of the other well-known blacks at the time, so they always.
I kind of disagree that was shade, but
it was so limited for black actors back in the 80s and early 90s, man.
Tarantino said it. He said
I got to push back just a little bit on that because in the 1980s, Eddie Murphy was the #1 actor in the world.
Sure, Eddie Murphy.
Bill Cosby was the #1 paid actor on television.
Bill Cosby.
Michael Jackson was the #1 music artist in
Okay,
the
but
world.
you're naming like the exceptions to the rule. Now think about all the movies that came out. Think about all the TV shows, and there weren't a lot of blacks being represented, man, at the time. Outside of those core that you just named off, right? It's like think of all of Hollywood back in those days, and you named off two people.
Well, that was just the top. I mean, I could go more if you want me to. I mean, guys like Louis Gossett Jr.
who just passed away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, he wasn't playing stuff because of his race.
Let's just say you're right for a second, Tom, which I don't totally agree with.
I'm not saying it was fair.
I don't totally disagree
even,
with.
But I'm just saying I think. Well,
I don't think you're totally wrong. I don't think you're totally right. But what was going on? What was still going on? especially in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, was you still were having people who weren't said Latino playing those roles.
Oh no, you're 100% right.
That's
You're
what
100%
Quentin
right.
that's what Quentin was talking about.
Yeah.
It's like we're at a day now. Hey, you could get a real good Mexican actor now. Right? We weren't doing that shit back in the 80s. And I loved Vasquez. I loved her in Aliens. Right? I didn't know she wasn't Mexican until years later.
Hey, wait, she wasn't.
She did a great fucking job, but
she wasn't Latino.
No, Jeanette Goldstein is
no, it's the
Jewish.
same chick that plays John's adopted mother.
In Terminator 2.
And I'm not trying to fight with Verbal or anything, but I just want to bring something up as a point here. That
and I get what you're. I completely get what you're saying, man. It was just one of those things where I've spoken to some black actors back in those times too, man. And later, but they told me about those times, and it'd be like 30 of them, applying for the same job. Auditioning for the same job.
And it's Pepe Serna are in all the same movies. Great one-liner characters here, playing Yayo, playing
where I will agree is
you have my friend Fernandez Guild. But they were like they're playing the same roles as the same fucking drug dealers and killers for fucking years.
I was gonna say.
That's all I'm saying, dog.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you there, but I'm still saying, like, I feel like from the 80s on, we made a huge leap, because by the time you get to the 90s, you've got guys like Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, all these other guys, Chris Rock.
Got better, absolutely.
It got better and better.
No, of course, it got better as time went on. I'm just saying, like in the 80s and early 90s, it was a little like
weird though. It's weird though, because we say that, right? And yet there's still motherfuckers playing Latinos that have no business, playing Latinos to this day. And I'm just like, how come you guys are like, oh, but they're the actors. It's about the acting. It's not race swap.
Well, and here's where I agree with you, Paulie.
How come you guys stick up for that shit? But if a Ziegler plays a Snow White, y'all fucking lose your shit.
No, Paulie, I agree with you, because let me say this real quick, because this is what goes with the Tarantino thing you just played. What he was saying there is part of the problem, right? Where he's saying, look, like I consider all the Latinos can play the no. This is part of the problem. This is what got in the way of the whole J-Lo thing, playing Selena way back in the day up through now. Like, I mean, we talked about it before, Paulie. Like, look, at the time, Lou Diamond Phillips was the best choice to play that role. Was he ethnically correct? No. But that's not the fucking point.
Right.
The point was then is they wanted, and there is a lot of representation in that film. That film is an exception to the rules. And as Taylor Hackford pointed out when we talked to him, it is still considered the most successful Latino film made from head to toe, pretty much, if you don't count Lou Diamond Phillips in there. Yeah. And we'll get to La Bamba in a minute, but I really want to the point I was making for Verbal and you guys here. If you'll really quick share this clip I got from Siskel and Ebert. It's really short.
You got it. Here we go.
It's from 1988. Okay, so just listen to what Roger says here real quick about Mississippi burning. And I find it very interesting, because I only push back a little bit, because I feel like there's people that are still trying to push this rhetoric so badly.
I give you that.
You're denying how far we've come, and I'm not trying to saying you. I'm saying these other folks that they deny that how far we have come. And anyway, so here we go. I'm gonna play it real quick, and I'll let it speak for itself. So yeah.
The thing is that when some of the Vietnam movies came out a few years ago, like Platoon, the prime movie-going generation, which is, let's say, between 17 and 25, were really not familiar firsthand with the Vietnam War at all. It's the same with the civil rights movement.
No question.
I went to see this movie to screenings, and people were walking out saying, were things really like that, in America? And I'm saying, this was so recently that the cars are still on the road. This was 24 years ago. That's how much things have changed. People need to know that.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, that was my point. Then you
but he's also demographically incorrect as far as the ages that went to movies back in that age, and it's fine. I mean,
he's talking about the kids that he talked to at the screenings and stuff, right?
Sure, but he's two people. These are two people in Chicago, talking about Chicago audiences. That was the unfortunate situation of that show. But regardless, I'm going to say this to Paulie, because Paulie knows how passionately I feel about this. I just want to convey. I've been arguing about Latinos in roles for a long, long time. I feel like Hollywood's got it wrong forever, for a long time, and now I find out that Vasquez is not Hispanic.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I did not. I was like, fudge.
Yeah.
So no, but it's just like
You do the Argo though. Ben Affleck played a Mexican American, right?
Please
did he?
Don't ruin movies for me.
Was he playing one in the film itself, or was the real life counterpart that? I'm confused.
In the movie Argo's based off a true story.
Right. That's why I'm
Tony
asking.
Mendez, a Mexican American hero who was a CIA undercover operative working in Iran.
Was he at least a halfie?
Oh my
God.
All right, and thank you so much. The Culture Casinos.
What the hell?
Thank you so much for having him back. It's so great. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
we are all. Yeah. And delete it.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
No, but I agree with you, Paul.
I
It is
gotta
an important
do an
conversation that
apology
we've
video.
had.
The apology video will be out tonight.
Let's
Sorry
just
about
move
that,
on and forget
guys.
that he was even here. No.
Oh,
okay. Hold on.
Laugh.
Let me bring it up, Haffy. Terrible.
It was on purpose.
Terrible.
It was a joke.
There it is. There it is.
Oh wow.
That's the guy he was supposed to be playing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Paulie, you should
shit.
Paulie, you should have got that role, dude.
This guy, American hero. I'm not going to take anything away from him. And also, too, he signed off saying, look, Ben Affleck wants to play me. Who am I? I'm an American. It's all good, right? I get it. I'm just telling you, this shit still happens. I liked Argo, and I liked his performance.
Good movie.
I'm a Ben Affleck fan. I'm just torn because I also want to see,
I've been saying it forever.
Another generation, a new generation of actors who can be in these roles. Because what happens is that every time this happens, we always still get to play. Then is the drug dealer, the cartel, the gangbanger, the illegal with a heart of gold.
Yeah, you're not getting stand and deliver or any of these other.
The reason why a lot of this stuff doesn't fly anymore is because things are better now, right? We have more avenues of watching content, right? We have how many streaming channels and streaming services? We have a lot of different ways now.
Hold on. Mark D, you're absolutely right. It would not have gotten made. This was his passion project. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just said I love Argo. I love Ben. However, I can at the same time have a problem with it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And you know and a lot of Latinos, the Latino audience love Ben Affleck. We give him a pass. We actually give him a Barrio pass.
Well, because of Jenny around the block, we know.
Around the block.
she ain't down the block. She's around the block.
His Spanish is actually impeccable. It's actually.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sorry, Dante. Go on, please.
No. I'm just saying we have a lot more avenues now for actors to be able to play not just more roles, but different kinds of roles now.
I'm just telling you.
So things are better now, for sure.
Sure, but then that happens. Or Jennifer Connelly plays in A Beautiful Mind, and she gets an Academy Award. That woman was Latina. She was from El Salvador.
Wow, I didn't know that either.
Person.
Yeah, dude, you're dropping bombs tonight.
That was a real person, dog. That married fucking Russell Crowe. That's all I'm saying.
I did not know this.
I can't believe you. Nobody would marry Russell Crowe.
Wow,
you would.
Well, what?
I love you, Mark. Mark D with the C. Love you, man. Good point, Paul. I agree with that. We can love things at the same time, be critical of them.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. Like so the critical part of me is like, okay, Connolly was great as this Latina scientist, but wouldn't it have been cool if in 2000 Ron Howard, he could have casted anybody. You had Russell Crowe as the lead. Cast someone that's connected like that.
Yeah,
you're opening the door for, and that's not. I think that's hopefully not going to happen as we move on. I'm just saying this shit still happens. Why does it still happen with Latino roles? Because these roles can be played by white people. Say, oh yeah, they look Latino. You can't do that with black roles. They have to be totally whitewashed. You can't.
I feel
that was awful. I know, Mike.
Well, and that's where, you know, like, yeah, like, and that's what I was saying is like, I agree. There's been a lot more progress made as far as like black actors and such than there has been with, you know, Latino actors.
Yeah,
or Hispanic actors, and that's where I agree. And
there's no arguing that.
And Borgu's right. There has been, you know, but Pedro is not an overnight sensation. That guy's been doing it for 20 years. Theater, tons of television roles. And then what did he have to do? How did he become famous? He was in Narcos. Great fucking role.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
then he was off to the races. Him and Oscar Isaac are breaking down barriers. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Borgu, thank you so much for being a member of the channel. All right, guys.
Can I push back a little bit on the socialist lover there of Pedro Pascal?
All right, get ready with the button. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, and he's gone.
Go ahead, Tommy.
No, I
wait a minute. Tommy's getting away without being on camera. What the fudge?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fudge?
He's probably eating. He's probably eating
crow T-shirt.
Is that a crow T-shirt, sir?
Oh,
that's
sick.
sick.
Oh, dude, that is still one of my favorite things. We talked about it this morning.
Beautiful.
I'm still salty about that.
All right, what? Back.
I wanted to come in during the crow talk, and motherfucker wouldn't let me.
know. I got you for this, Tarantino and La Bamba coming up. Come on, man.
This is like this is my hat trick show. Are you kidding me?
He missed it. He missed it. Look.
This is what happens anytime. Because the thing is that me and Tom have talked about a lot of this shit coming true a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we are.
Yeah. No, but I'm tired of Pascal. I love the guy.
Good for you. Good for you. What the fuck do I care?
No, but Paulie, he does have a point. Like every single role that comes up, it's Pedro. So
it is.
It is anymore. It's like he's in every damn thing. It's for every other movie.
Was he in The Crow?
He almost probably was.
Was he in Deadpool? Was he in Alien? Was it? You're saying every role? Get out of here!
Oh,
with that.
you're talking some shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man.
Because you guys are wrong.
Okay,
he is right now.
Pedro Pascal is one of the busiest actors in Hollywood.
And why is that a bad thing?
I didn't say that was a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, we need some more representation other than Pedro. Is what
okay, Mr. Latino, get out. All right, we got to move on.
I got cards.
All right, where do we want to go next, guys? Where do we want to go next? Here's what I got for you. I have the La Bamba. I have Emilia Perez, Selena Gomez trailer. And I have political memes to show you.
We can talk some La Bamba.
La Bamba's going to be a long time. Let's do some political memes. How about that?
Cool.
I'm going to show you guys some political and some pop cultural memes. I'd love your reaction, guys.
Okay. Is one of them Pedro Pascal playing Reed, a definitely Latino name?
You got something to say, Tom?
No, I didn't say shit. I didn't know you and Pedro was so tight.
Sorry.
Okay. The Acolyte just got canceled, and I saw this. Oh no, Acolyte's canceled.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, everybody's upset.
Dude, I'm upset. That was guaranteed revenue every month. What the hell?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, see, you see what Tom did? He got my chat against me. You guys are. I can't go against the chat. I can't go against the chat.
Nope.
I just hope Amanda Stenberg doesn't stop doing diss tracks, man. I want the discourse part 2 featuring
God.
Ice Spice.
Gross. She's gross. Speaking of gross, Tom.
Oh,
yikes!
Why me? What did I do?
I just want some reaction here.
You just called me gross, man. What the fuck?
No, I said Tom. This is gross. Like you, dude.
Look, honestly, I don't care that it's canceled, but it's like, look, it made us money. Why would we want it canceled?
Oh, yeah. I signed both petitions, by the way.
You got Rings of Power coming up, and was it the Rohirrim movie? That looks like dog shit.
Oh God, what happened?
Oh my God, that looks.
Y'all clearly didn't watch the Japanese trailer.
Yeah, I'm educating y'all tonight. That's right.
Don't forget about Agatha All Along.
There you go. Okay,
Ironheart.
we got another one coming up here. We got another one.
Was not in that, by the way, right?
Okay, so this was tell us about this one, Fletcher.
Oh, so that's Mace Windu, Axe Window, Machete Window, on-arm window, and out the window. But the one that was not there is to the window,
to the wall,
to the window. Little Papa Dean down and fall.
Skeet, 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 skeet.
To all my Jedi, skeet, skeet, skeet. To all my Jedi, just skeet.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What's next?
You sing about skeeting as children.
Kamala Harris has hitting the trail, the campaign trail, trying to win the black and brown vote, and she bought an album of a prolific banda, I believe. Was it a norteño, Fletcher? She really knows Latinos, Fletcher.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
She's so fake.
No, dude, this is real.
No, but she didn't pick that out. Someone picked it for her.
But Valente Elizalde, come on, yo. I mean, for her to have that album in her hand, which is not, that's not Photoshop. Wink, wink, wink. I mean, she knows her banda.
I can't believe anything this woman does.
No.
Did you guys see what the thing where she's out there going Porky and Bass and stuff like that? And it's like, dude, you just went in to get something that most black households have in their collection, you know? So it's like,
well, that's from the same thing. I just we just switched out the album cover.
She ain't black.
Oh,
I
black.
What?
I believe this as much as I believe Hillary Clinton walks around with hot sauce in her purse.
Speaking of
little hot sauce.
Speaking of,
didn't you call her a happy?
The Democrats aren't going to like this.
That wasn't me.
This is the Clintons at costume party years ago. Speaking of,
ooh. Oh no.
Talk about the window to the floor.
Wow.
It's gotta be a cheap fake, I'm sure.
Skeet.
What is this?
I'm telling you, hey, I get these sent to me every day. I don't know. I don't know what I'm putting up here.
Here's the thing. I don't know if it's real or not, but I almost think it is.
No, that looks real.
Oh, it's real.
Oh, that one's real.
Sorry, Brogu.
Sorry, man. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Wow.
Recently, RFK threw his support towards the Trump campaign, and this came out. What they promised and what we got. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I can't listen to the guy talk because it just hurts my ears. But
no, the dysphonia that he has is a neurological thing that happened to him. So that's why his voice is so messed up. But.
From all the cocaine.
So would you say that's a halfy on the voicey culture?
Is that Peter Pascal?
Oh no,
he's in everything according to Tom.
That's it.
That's it. And wait, whoa, okay.
Oh wait,
all right.
That looked like fun.
So yeah, Tom. Tom's in quiet. He doesn't like to talk politics.
I don't blame him.
Okay, here's our last one. Trump lost the election. On the left here, we have Kamala saying, "I'll take an L." That would mean election champion. And then Melania says, "I'll take an R," which spells erection. Loser, but good guess.
Yeah.
No, not funny.
The left can't meme.
The funniest thing is she takes an L.
Yeah, she will definitely take an L.
I think it's funny, but all right. You know, I'm trying to entertain you guys, but apparently you guys are just
bring on the Mexican guys trying to say character names and stuff. That's funny.
Oh, we don't have that tonight.
Oh man!
I don't have one. You didn't say
I sent you two.
My producer did not send me one.
I sent you two.
I want to say hello to Pete.
Pete.
We never see him here this time. Good to see you here, man. Good to have all the members here. We're getting super chats. We're getting new memberships, which is fantastic.
Yes.
We have our friends Dante, Culture, and Fletcher here. Anyone else? Oh, Tom's here.
Damn.
Tommy, I love Tommy.
He's got his
Give him shit.
Classic Hispanic name Reed.
The correct answer is Jay.
Dude, did you see what happened to Drunk? You saw what happened to Drunk 3PO.
Oh yeah, they nuked his channel.
Yeah, why? What happened?
Well, he didn't nuke his channel, but he got demonetized.
He got demonetized. They said he uses reused content. I'm like, Jay uses no reused content.
Yeah, it's really weird. Okay,
I'm sure he'll get his channel. He'll get it back.
Let's go to our main topic of the night. La Bamba remake in development from Mucho Mas Media and Sony Pictures, exclusive from Variety.
Is Lou Diamond Phillips in it?
No.
Okay.
Guy's too old to be doing that, man.
He also wasn't Mexican either, right?
No, not Mexican. Tom, I need you on camera for this one, man.
Yeah, just dude, come on. There you go.
Let's read a little bit. Mucho Mas Media and Sony Pictures have teamed up to develop a remake of the Golden Globe nominated 1987 film La Bamba, based on the life of the rock and roll legend. Luis Valdez, the writer and director of the original film, is on board as executive producer.
Get him on. Let's talk to him.
Yeah, let's talk to him.
Oscar-nominated writer Jose Rivera, The Motorcycle Diaries, and On the Road is attached to pen the script. Thoughts?
I don't know either one of those movies.
Okay.
I mean, my thing is, does it need to be made? But I guess that doesn't really matter anymore.
Now, Paulie and I talked a while back how it would be interesting if they did like a mini series that actually stuck to the actual events, dug a little deeper, took a little more time to tell the story a little bit more of the history of the family, that kind of a thing, kind of a Mexican American family story.
But that's not what they're doing, right? They're doing a movie.
It's a movie. So I don't know. I like that Luis Valdez is part of it, but other than that, I'm cautious.
Anyone else until I can read some more?
I'm worried about remakes. I've been nothing we've gotten remake wise has been of quality.
But that's just it. Is it going to be an actual remake, or are they viewing how they're seeing the film?
Just keep saying re.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Because it's like no, because look, that's the argument that needs to be made here. La Bamba was one of those cultural milestones where I think you and I kind of said, Paulie, if it wasn't for that film, most likely Richie would be one of those artists that's probably been lost to time.
Forgotten, unfortunately.
Because he didn't have a ton of hits. He was barely out of his high school, when he died. And he didn't exactly have the impact that like Buddy Holly did and stuff like that. So where the only reason I think even to that point, people still kind of, and I hate saying it, still kind of remembered who Richie was because he happened to die with Buddy Holly. That movie put him on the map, put him in people's, they know who he is now because of it. And I mean, even that soundtrack with Los Lobos was more successful than Richie ever was at the time when he was alive. So that movie almost became, I kind of hate to use this, but Andre pointed out in our recent Crow postmortem that one of the biggest problems with trying to redo The Crow is that The Crow is basically tantamount to, Brandon Lee's tomb, right?
Yeah.
Like it is kind of the way we visit him to remember him by. And this kind of movie did that for Richie. That's kind of what I'm getting to, is like, before this, not a lot of people would be talking about Richie necessarily, or he'd come up maybe in certain conversations that people would remember. But after this movie, now everybody knows who he was. Everybody knows the impact he had on music and the Latino community and his Mexican American, in rock and roll history. I mean, it's a big deal, and it was something that needed to be told. And it was one of those perfect moments at the perfect time, perfect actors, the perfect way to tell the story about two brothers, not just about, a guy raising to success and stuff like that. It's about a family. right? It's more than just a Richie's story. So again, I guess it depends on how they tell it. But that's about how I feel about it.
Let's read a little bit more. Want to go down here. We know the story from what the story is all about from before. It was nominated for a Golden Globe, Best Drama and Song of that year in the 1988 Grammys. It's been added to the Registry Library of Congress a couple of years ago. Recognized for its cultural, historic, and or aesthetic importance, which to me is even stranger that you're going to do a remake of
exactly, like that's the point I was just making. Yeah,
now what's part of history. But let's hear it from Mr. Valdez himself, together with rock and roll classics of Richie Valens. My 1987 biopic La Bamba has graciously withstood the test of time, and yet the tragically short life and career of Richard Valenzuela continues to inspire new generations of fans the world over, Valdez said. As new biographical details, Tom, have come to light, a new cinematic look at his eternally young 17 years on Earth can only add to his undying legend. New biographical details come to light. That's from Luis Valdez himself. I don't know. This is.
It's like, see if you can get him on here. Let's talk. I'd be more than interested to talk to him about this.
Let's go on a little bit more. Javier Chapa, who will produce for Mucho Mas Media, and a slew of other executive producers. I will get to that in a second. Sony Music Mexico will serve as creative partner. You know it's going to have a killer soundtrack, to say the least. So, well, they'll try. We're honored and humbled to be retelling Richie's story. The story of an incredible young Latino man who inspired so many people through his music and prodigious talent.
Prodigious.
Thank you. Said Chapa. We look to uphold and celebrate the original film in ways Luis Valdez and the filmmakers of La Bamba made it a classic.
Describe for me in words how you can improve upon the previous film.
Okay, well, let me put a pin on that okay. Question.
Fair enough.
It's a good question. It's a good question, but let me. I have a couple thoughts. Right. I don't think this should be remade. As we talked about earlier in the live stream in regards to the 80s and all that, for all the wonderful problems that we've had, La Bamba is a perfect, wonderful film. From Isai Morales to Lou Diamond Phillips to the music, Rosanna de Soto, Elizabeth Pena, God rest in peace, Elizabeth Pena. It was just a wonderful story. And, if anything, it should just continue to be celebrated on anniversaries. Now, Mucho Mas Media, who I know very well, and Javier Chapa, I'm actually very surprised they're doing this. Because up until now, the works have been these original stories based on historical stories. The Long Game, one of my favorite movies of the year. A couple of years ago, they did Blue Miracle with Dennis Quaid, another true story about a Mexican orphanage. Fantastic, beautiful filmmaking. But original stories that they kind of broke the mold in kind of like breaking stereotypes, great actors that you never maybe heard about, just the kind of stuff we had been talking about. So what they did with The Long Game, which I really, really give them a lot of credit for, is that they created their own distribution company called Mucho Mas Media, which got the movie The Long Game, Dennis Quaid, Jay Hernandez, into theaters across America, then got on Netflix, and for its initial couple of weeks, it bumped Axel F, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Historic. Little movie that was made for nothing. Boom. So they're riding high. And I'm like, this is what you guys are going to do?
I can see it to a point.
Well, just hear me out really quick.
Yeah.
Like, because they're taking this on now with Sony, right? They've done everything independently before, and I get it. They got some mad success, and now this is their next step. Now, along with what Tom said, really quick, it kind of makes sense because the other big singers that happen to be Latino have or are being done. Selena, done. It's done again, done. Linda Ronstadt, being done right now with Selena Gomez playing Linda Ronstadt. So you got Carlos Santana, but he's still alive. You know, if you kind of tunnel back, you know, there's Lalo Guerrero. When you start talking about Zoot Suit music, that becomes a little more narrow niche. So when they probably say, you know what, we got La Bamba, man. We talked to Luis. We know him.
That's pretty much where I was going with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
go
a way
Go
of
ahead.
putting. No, you're right. 100. I agree with you. This is a way of putting them on the next level if this works out. So like in that respect, I can see it, but I don't. And if you could get these guys on here, I would love to talk to them because I don't want to assume what they're doing. But I don't like this idea of the way they're presenting it as basically a remake, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't like that.
Oh, what? And the question is, when I watch this, what is the new elements that came to light?
That's what I mean. Like if there's another way to tell the story, then tell the story a different way. Like that's what I think worked for the Selena thing, and that's what got us originally on this topic, if I remember right, Paulie. Was that it's like it makes no sense to redo the J-Lo movie. That was, you know, its moment in time. It was a big success, whatever. The series made sense because then you had the ability to actually get to
go longer. Yeah,
go
you can
longer,
tell it,
get into, and that's where we both agreed that to do this story justice, I think that's the only other way you could do it.
So are we talking about? Are we talking about biopics now being the new IP mining for Hollywood?
You know,
I hope
Fletcher,
not.
you're not wrong. It's been a thing for a while. Lately, it's been the new IP now is the biopic of the product biopic. Okay, so you had the McDonald's movie with Michael Keaton. You had Tetris. You had Air. You've got the Madden movie coming out.
Flaming Hot.
Flaming Hot. Thank you. Yeah, so there's been a few of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Blackberry. Yep.
I don't want and look, most of those films were fine standalones, but they don't draw an audience. And you know, this is something, if they're going to redo it, it needs to draw an audience, and I just don't know that it will. Because who is the audience for this film now?
Us. It's going to be a Latino. Yeah. I mean, we go see anything.
No, well, right, because as I said before, the Latino audience over-indexes in the most glorious way. It's why it always frustrates me when they don't have more pictures that feature Latino actors. But that's an entirely other conversation. The question is that going to be large enough domestically? And I'm going to ask you another question. This is going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
How many young people associate to La Bamba, associate the character, have any familiarity whatsoever?
Well, okay, so let's answer that with it depends. None of that matters. What matters is who's going to play Richie Valens.
Right. Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that's actually.
So if it's Cholo Maridueña, which me and Tom said a few years ago, then you have and then you're going to have some.
That'll be good numbers. Yeah.
If you had Bad Bunny playing it.
No, screw that.
No.
But
see, that's another fear that I have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me in it because I get very territorial here. Jose Rivera is a fantastic screenwriter. On the Road, Cormac with Viggo Mortensen. You know, very depressing but well done film. Motorcycle Diaries, very well done. You know, film with Spanish movie. Again, all props to him. What does he know about Chicanos? I'm like, oh, that guy's really, that guy's I gotta eat it up again because it's
so you're saying that this guy isn't even?
He's not Mexican. He's Puerto Rican.
What the hell's the point of doing? Well, yeah.
Listen, hey, listen, if they're gonna do it, they see something in Jose.
I guess.
I mean,
this is like the ultimate Mexican American story, and that's what I was
very
getting to
Chicano,
before.
yeah.
And they
I think-
really need to emphasize that. Yeah.
I
And
think
so
the
I'm
only
like, that's kind of weird. So you have that. Who's directing, and then who's going to be your lead, and are you going to cast? It's all that. It's the casting. It's the direction.
I want to assuage your fears, my friend. I think
Okay.
the chat is correct. I think they're going to cast Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Borgu, who is cousins to cousin or brother. You gotta let me know if Gorgu is your cousin or brother. Pedro Pascal will play Richie. It's a what if. What if Pedro Pascal live? What if Richie Valens lived?
What? Yeah, no, I think that that's the next best, greatest story.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
that's,
it. We
that's
don't
gonna
say
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't say that name.
No, I think Xolo's a great choice, but he'd have to put on some weight.
I don't know that he would, though.
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if he would either.
I was thinking about that today because
can he sing? Okay, I'm sorry. One of the things I want is for the person to actually be able to perform as the performer. I'm starting to become a hardcore believer in this. If you can't actually do the thing, if you want to take this to the extreme, you shouldn't be doing the thing.
Well,
like,
I mean, look at like what Timothée Chalamet is doing for the Bob Dylan film.
Right.
He sounds just like him.
Yeah, perfect. And it's like, well, I mean, okay,
it's easy to do an
I
impression
don't-
of Bob. It's not easy to sound like Bob. That's the thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Tom, you're on my path right here. Because like Hunger Games girl that I was just talking about, who I don't like at all, has a great voice, and she did a great job in that Hunger Games thing. Can you do what you do? Because I look, I'm all about, this is a new thing for me over the course of the last like 10 years. I want the authenticity in a film. So, if, like, for example, Mark Wahlberg did a film called, I think, The Rocker or something. Am I correct?
Oh, Rockstar.
Rockstar. Thank you.
Yeah.
And he sang. Okay. And he didn't sing everything, but he sang. Like, it was his voice and stuff. And it's like, can you do that? If you can do that, I'm all about it. Because if I can tell that's you, that's authentic. I like it. Right?
Listen, Xolo is a great young actor.
Oh, dude, I don't no
martial
denying it.
arts, physical activity. He just co-starred in a movie with Al Pacino. He's picking the right roles.
Oh, he
The
is.
only
Dude's
thing,
going to be a
the only thing that's wrong with him, and I think we brought this up then, is his size. Because
No.
Richie was a big dude. Like he was a big dude.
But they're gonna go for they gotta go for name. I'm telling
But
you.
see, that was the one thing. Like, look, this is my point. I was gonna get to. It's like that's one thing they left out of the film about Richie. There's two things mainly they left out about Richie that they could key in a bit more on. One is that he was a very big dude, not just fat, but like a big dude.
He was husky.
Right.
He was husky.
Yeah, I think he even
guy.
had like a nickname of like Teddy Bear or something like that. They called him or something like that.
He was over 6 foot, I think.
Well,
right?
he was
Yeah,
also he's also half
huge.
white.
Yeah.
He's also
That was
half
the
white.
thing, yeah, and he actually I think had a quarter of Indian in him as well. But like I think it was Cherokee or something like that. But like, point being is like, yeah, he was a big dude, and he liked the ladies. There wasn't just one Donna. Like, that's another thing you got to keep in mind here too. Like he had quite a few ladies, so there's a few things that they could get into. But that's the thing. Yeah,
I don't want that. Look, some stories are told perfectly, and they're done in a way that I don't want to say deifies somebody, but it does add an aura or a mystique.
Yeah, see how big he was. They called him High Tone as well because he was always the bigger kid.
Yeah.
So
Look at
everybody
that
would
Fender,
listen to him.
dude.
Yeah.
Look at that Fender guitar. Oh.
But you know, Dante, I haven't heard from you. I mean, just if you were doing a casting call, right? Just off the top of your head, I want to pick your brain. Looking at Richie here, you know, who would you go out of the ethnicity of actors? Would it have to be a Latino actor?
I would want whoever looks the most like him.
Thank you.
Like for me, like I would prefer them be obviously Latino, but I'm very big about the look, right? Like for example, when they made that horrible Whitney Houston biopic, that girl looked nothing like Whitney Houston, man.
Oh God, yeah, I heard that
like
was bad. Yeah.
nothing
was
like
that really bad.
I mean, yeah, she was black, but that was it.
Right.
She looked nothing like Whitney Houston. It was horrible, and it really takes you out of the film when you know what Whitney Houston looks like, and you see this girl who looks absolutely nothing like her. And I feel like with any kind of like biopic, man, they have to at least look like the person they're playing. See, I'm a little different culture. Like, I don't care if they lip sync or not. They have to look like the person, man. And if they don't, it just I don't feel like I'm watching the same person.
I want to do a pause really quick and give you some ideas, Dante. How about Manny Jack? That would also too continue the continuation of Filipino Americans playing Richie Valens.
But Manny is small, man. Like he's ripped, but he's small. He's like Bruce Lee. He's like Bruce Lee ripped. You know what I mean?
I think Manny's
he's
actually a really good actor,
type.
but
Hey,
what's up, Alan?
Oh, it is Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Hey, Alan.
You didn't know that was Alan? That's Alan.
I just saw it when you brought it up.
Being the merciless. But yeah, I go for looks over anything else.
Wait a minute. He's big when Osha's around.
Hey now. Yeah. Well,
How about in the chat? Who could play Richie Valens in what is now the reality, a new La Bamba movie?
Who's going to play a new Bob?
Pedro Pascal.
Right? That's
Pedro
almost
Pascal.
a tougher one is Bob.
Well,
Let's be real. East Side nailed it.
Side story.
What was that? Sorry.
That's the thing is Luis Valdez is like, well, what do you mean new biographical information we didn't have before?
Yeah.
The kid was 17. The whole thing was his part was the tragedy of what could have been.
Yeah, no, it's like 17 years. I mean, what's new? Did he hump more chicks? I mean, come on. I mean, what's the deal here?
Well, that's what I was saying. Is there's a few things, but are they necessarily things we need to get into? Probably
right.
not.
Well, so do you go for someone that looks like him, or are you gonna go for a name?
Okay, can I say something?
The kid that looks like that's Sholo Equalizer.
So when I was growing up,
Antonio Banderas.
That would work.
Well,
and Danny Trejo is Bob.
That'd be perfect.
Maybe that's the sad part. Is Bob? He would have made a good Bob. Yeah.
When I was growing up, I one of my friends, his name was Sean, right? And he looks exactly like this guy, right? But he was not Mexican. He wasn't Hispanic in any way. The problem is what you're asking for. It can be depicted by a whole lot of different races or mixes of races.
That is it. Yep.
Are you going to be okay if the character looks proper but isn't the right ethnicity? See, this is where we get into that weird thing where it's like, is this the character?
That's why we should. We either had to accept that because we're pushing for that, right? I'm pushing for like, look, if a Jeanette Goldstein can play Vasquez, then Camila Mendes can play Tila. All right, Paul, we'll put your money where your mouth is. Then anyone can play Richie Valens. You're absolutely fucking right.
What if some incredibly gorgeous, half Filipina, half Hispanic girl can play Tifa in a live action version of Final Fantasy? Right.
I don't know.
What if that happens? Is that
but see,
okay?
We're also talking about a historical person, a real life person here.
Sure. But expand it out, because if the person looks like the way the character is supposed to look, should we care?
Or the alternative is you go with the unknown, a complete unknown.
Right. I agree with that, Verbal.
Yes,
we brought that up too. Yeah.
You do.
That
do
always
a casting
wins.
call for
do a casting call.
I mean, I think they should do that. And at the same time, see what names
scour the theater kids who can sing, like Culture said.
Yeah.
You might get lucky. You might find a big strapping.
Oh, no, you will okay, I'm going to say it this way. Somebody in the world can do all the things we just described and look the right way, and they won't be of the right origin.
It's Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck, perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
There you go. Always.
You can play 17, no problem.
He's putting on that divorce weight, so he'll be ready for the role.
The right answer is either Ben Affleck or Pedro Pascal. Always.
Pedro Pascal.
Always.
Well, we're overlooking the
Wait.
obvious, and that's Nicolas Cage.
No. We're overlooking the biggest obvious.
I want to hear Nicolas Cage sing a Richie Valens song.
Oh, Donna! Oh, Donna! Where'd you go?
Thank you, Mr. Cage. Our people will call you. Don't call us.
He would get the job.
No.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Stop.
We're really missing because Zendaya could probably pull it off.
Oh
Lord. Don't get me started.
How do I kick Fletcher out? He's been kicking me out. How do I kick him out? That was dumb. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
Can't kick me out. Culture.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I just think, man, if they're going for authenticity, then go with the unknown.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's the
thing. But like, can't in this day and age, would they even dare to cast out of the ethnicity?
I don't think they would.
Oh, absolutely not.
And I think that's part of the reason to actually do it, though. I mean, you're right, Paulie. But I mean, what other reason is there to really do it other than there's supposedly this new information that they have that we don't know? Because, like you said, they talked to his mother, they talked to his family way back then.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more access they would have had, but yeah.
But I mean, all you have to do is walk in the door and say, "Well, I'm part Hispanic." You don't have to say what part, or even if it's real. It's like, you know, you're getting
being Hispanic though. It's actually a little culture specific as far as being an American.
I know that. I'm just saying, it's
like I said, he's Mexican American Cherokee. Like he had a specific mix. Yeah,
from the Southwest, right? It's like you know, who are they going to cast to when the Oscar de la Hoya story? That's going to be good. Who are they going to cast?
Oscar de la Hoya.
There you go.
He can play himself. You're right.
Play himself.
Manny Jacinto.
Manny, that would actually work.
He's the new Pedro Pascal out here.
The new Pedro Pascal.
Manny Jack. Or Simu Liu.
No,
yes.
oh God, no.
Simu Liu for
do not bring a Canadian.
I'm sorry, it was Yaki, not
Asian.
Cherokee. Thank you, bass in your face. He had to correct me.
Richie was a Yaki Indian.
That's right. Yeah, his mom was.
Don't they know who they're messing with?
Or Simu Liu for Richie Valens.
That's what it said, yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow.
That's still my idea, Dante. I said that.
Hey, what's up, Philip?
We're all wrong. It's J-Lo. Or
We got a bunch of comments, so let's work our way back.
She was the original Mexican American. We all know it.
Oh wait, no. Oh my God. Ninglamers, how long did it take you to realize that Lou Diamond Phillips wasn't Mexican? A couple of years.
It took us a minute.
No. When I watched it, when I first saw it.
Really?
I mean,
I didn't find out until Young Guns came out that he wasn't actually.
What Lou had was a lot more of the Native American look to him. That's why I think they chose him. And
I think it's just,
of course,
he looked good for the character, though, man.
Wait
and that's
a
the thing.
minute.
Look, this is what Verbal was saying a little while ago. He looks like the character. It looks close enough. I need that. I need that.
Well, I don't even know if it was so much the look with Lou. It was he had the right temperament. He was kind of like what Richie probably was.
He was the innocent apple pie. Rex Muto, Zoe Saldana.
Exactly. Thank you.
To a lot of heat. Took a lot of heat for playing Nina Simone. Yeah, and she apologized.
Yeah, she took a lot of heat for that, man.
Yeah.
And she apologized. So, you know, she's an idiot.
Don't apologize.
And she's black.
Don't.
She's Latino. Yeah, she's Dominican.
Don't apologize for getting a job. That's the stupidest thing you could possibly do.
Oh,
I agree. But they dragged her pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's not her fault, man. She was hired.
She got a job.
Hey, man, you got a job. The Equalizer. Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello,
he was
there's a burn.
That was actually decent casting, though.
Yeah,
he
was
good.
tiny though.
Was that Mangold?
Am I the only one who didn't like him as Johnny Cash?
Yeah, on this panel.
I didn't mind him.
I guess so.
On this panel, Terry is a member of the channel.
Right.
What did his sing? Wait, what?
What
Did what
Fletcher,
his name
Fletcher.
sing
Fletcher.
or use
Yes.
Freddie Mercury?
No, he did do some of it. Some of it is Freddie, but I think he did a few
Rami
bits.
Malek?
Rami Malek, yeah.
No. Malik was brilliant at moments in that.
That's another
Oh, and
thing,
I ate
too.
crow on that sumbitch because I was so mad when
Donovan Phillips did not sing in
no, Lou did
in La
not. That
Bamba.
was all Los Lobos.
That was
all
the
Los
David
Lobos.
Hidalgo,
Yep.
who could not recreate that now because he's just too old now.
Yeah, no, but that's the point, right? It's just like it's like I want the person that can do that now. Back then, it didn't matter so much.
Those recordings though were like lightning in a bottle. Like, how often are you going to get recordings
parents-
like that?
They should have a better budget, though. I will say that. So they're technically they can do a lot with Richie's vocals from the originals.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
My parents go and see Los Lobos every time they play.
Good
I
for
mean,
you.
seriously. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for
Well,
your
no, I'm
parents.
just saying, like, that album is one of the most well-produced albums I've ever heard in
I'm
my
just saying,
life.
like to remix Richie's original vocals, they could do some stuff.
could.
Yeah, I could do
Julie says a member of the channel. We love her so much, but there's so many Mexican American actors now that can sing. Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it'd probably be good if they get some like up and coming Tex-Mex star or something like that. They could also do the cross pollination where you get a lot more Latino audience to come because
oh, okay, wait a minute.
Dude, see, that's where I'm like, I don't want, for lack of better words, I don't want a foreigner to do this role.
Well, Tex-Mex is American.
I don't want anyone south of the border doing this role. I don't give a fuck.
Tex-Mex.
He was a
is American.
California
He's from
kid.
the United
True, but he was very Californian.
Age is
He's American. He's American.
Age is going to play a role here, and
Right,
that's the other thing. You got to get a younger person to do this.
All right. Superior Nav. Remaking this would be like remaking Desperado. You can't.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I agree with that, actually. I don't think you could do Desperado now.
Which is funny because Desperado is technically a remake.
I love Desperado.
No, it's just a different Stop it. You know what, Tom?
How's the Nerdy Gemini?
You and I
just told
you
my
and I-
pop and nephew doing female of La Bamba. They're not too happy.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Just give me the
Face in your
4K of the
face.
original at this point. That's all I want.
Oh no, that'd be great.
I worked with Isai Morales for years on The Closer and Major Cramps. It was
wow.
It was always difficult for me not to scream Richie every time I saw him.
Yes.
I just
Isai,
rewatched Mission Impossible, the one he's in.
He's the best part of that crappy movie.
Yeah, awesome.
He's so good in that film, man.
I rewatched it, dude. It does not hold up on
Shut
second
up,
viewing.
dude. Shut up.
He's great in it, but the movie sucked. I'm sorry.
Remember the channel. Borgo. I love it. Talking about Richie, it just reminds me how we lost some great musicians and tragic accidents.
Oh God.
Richie, Buddy Holly, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Randy Rhoads, who played guitar for Ozzy. Yep.
Yeah, a bunch of the guys from
that whole
Leonard
like
Skinner
guitar
too, yeah.
that whole guitar riff going into Crazy Train. Come on.
What is this thing with rock stars and planes, man?
Dude, they
They're
make
mojo.
and they play they get on the wrong plane, man. It's like, hey, we're gonna get on this puddle jumper that hasn't been flown since '54. We're
Right.
good.
It's always like the private planes, like the single
Some
engine.
jacked up,
Yeah.
I mean, Otis Redding. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
I just man.
Like Tom said, make it a TV show.
It would make more sense, but like if you look, okay, so this is predicated. What Tom said is predicated on the idea that there's actually more to this 17-year-old's life.
There kind of is. Like, I mean, the movie does
come
jump
on.
through. No, to be fair, Culture, the movie does truncate a lot of his last
But
few
is that-
years of his life. Because he did a lot more than what we see in the movie.
Yeah, like he fucked. I'm not gonna say.
No. I'm talking about other things too, even career-wise. Like, he was in a movie. Do you guys realize this?
Yep.
Like, there's other things he did that
With
weren't
Chuck,
even
with Chuck Berry.
shown in the movie. Exactly. Like,
With
so
Chuck Berry.
the movie didn't even come out, I think, till after his death, which is even more strange. But like, if I remember right, but like, yeah, I mean, there's other things you can tell and do and get into. But again, is it going to be as you and I both said it, Paulie, like, and here's where I'm going to agree with you a little bit, Culture, in the sense that like Isai Morales nailed that to where like we both said that it was a crime that he didn't get nominated for an Oscar for that. right? Like, I mean, he took that role and ran with it, and he made that movie about those two brothers and not just a biopic of Richie Valens.
Yeah, it needed to be. It was look. There's a bigger story to be told. That's true, but I don't know what else was.
I think if you tell it, I think if you tell the story from the angle of a Mexican American family, and you have to start basically from when Richie was young or before he was born.
He would have to be younger. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And you just basically tell the arc of their rise from, after Steve dies.
If you could do it over like 3 or 4
his
seasons.
mom struggled to pay out, to feed all the kids, to Richie becoming famous, to buying his mom a house, all that stuff that happened. There's things and ways you can kind of tell it.
But you'd have to have such a tight vision. See, that's the problem, right? And you don't know how the kid's going to age up, over the course of multiple seasons.
You know what's sad is this movie doesn't even have a friggin' Blu-ray.
Azteca Aguilar, Michael B. Jordan for Richie Valens, Pedro Pascal as Buddy Holly, and Timothy Chalamet as Bob.
Do it. Shut up and take my money.
What's sad is Timothy Chalamet will probably kick ass as Bob.
That's actually true.
Timothy Chalamet is a Chicano. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Stop. Well, here's another photo of him.
Be all there. What about me, Richie? What about me?
Didn't he look so much older than he was?
About me, man.
Yeah. Not Mexican, but he was wonderful in La Bamba. We don't need a remake.
This looks like shit.
Why?
Yeah, Monkey could do better than this.
Why?
You know what?
La Bamba is like a part of my childhood. Another Crow remake in the works? Why?
Oh, no.
Say
Calm down.
Okay.
Do you think it'd be that bad? Because, like,
Romina, member of the channel, why do they need a remake? Why not just make another biopic? I'm so confused. Why, Culture? Why?
I have no answers for you, dude. I've been mad about remakes from way back.
Listen, I really like Mucho Mas Media. I like what they're doing. I like that they create their own distribution stream. I mean, do this. If their thing is bios on US Latinos, right? Real people. It seems like there's there's so many other stories that are there. I mean, there's Lydia Mendoza, the first Tejana woman in Texas. She was an incredible singer, led an incredible life. Do that one. You're doing a Linda Ronstadt already.
Wait, so
there's war heroes, male and female. I mean,
do you have hope? I got to ask you this. Do you have hope for the Linda Ronstadt thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right, good.
Who's playing her?
Selena Gomez, everybody.
Oh, really? Oh, you know what? I see it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good choice.
Okay, that makes it. She has the right facial structure and everything.
Yeah,
and that'll work.
Linda's managers and team that's been with her since the 70s are overseeing the film.
She is just so amazing. I want it to be good, so that's good news.
Yeah, that's good casting.
Just don't have Lin-Manuel Miranda play Richard.
Oh no,
that would be fucking Mike, dude. You're cracking me up, dude.
I'm not giving away my Bamba.
Really fast, but we didn't forget this. We want to celebrate this. Mr. Tickle Trunk, 5 gifted Latino Slam members. Muchísimas gracias, hombre. Thank you so much. You get the Mexican Iron Man. Oh, yeah. And you also came in with $2 Canadian. Hollywood has a race problem. Audiences don't. Ooh, nice.
I like that.
That's actually
nicely
true.
said, Mr. Tickle Chunk. Thank you, guys. Super chats, gifted memberships tonight. Fantastic, guys. I want to thank this entire panel, Dante, Tom, Culture, Fletcher, Ning the Merciless remake for the same reason they remade West Side Story. They have to get the ethnicity pure. Interesting.
Oh, this is the worst movie. I know people who like this movie. I don't know why.
You know what? I haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it.
No.
I heard good things, but it's not my movie.
No kidding. It's nobody's movie. Nobody went to see it. It's nobody's movie. I'm just saying. Paulie and I are going to disagree on this.
It's Spielberg, so there's some stuff that's just beautiful in the film. I'm not going to lie, and there's some misses in the film. I think what's the leader of the Jets?
Oh, crap.
What's his name? Biff? No, not Biff. No.
No, when you reject, that's Biff. When you reject,
right?
The
leader of the Jets.
Way from your first, yeah, because I played that character and I actually did this role on stage. So yeah,
Mike Feist was Biff in it, and he was incredible. He was incredible.
When you're a jet, it's
ethnicity pure. Interesting.
It's a boy, you're a man. You're the man. You're a king.
Okay, we got to close the poll.
Stick to your own kind, Culture. Don't mess with your own kind.
We got to close the poll. We had a lot of votes. We're closing the poll. What are the final results? Russ Tamblyn was the actor. Yes, Pete. Russ Tamblyn was amazing.
Every Puerto Rican's a lousy chicken.
Yeah. I wonder if they remake Blazing Saddles is in the works. Oh,
probably.
No, but it is coming to the big screen again.
They already have a remake of Blazing Saddles.
Can I say this?
No, I'm not kidding. They did. It was a couple years back. It was that animated movie with the Kung Fu Cat thing.
What?
No, I'm not even kidding. It was a remake of Blazing Saddles.
A Big Bopper film, complete the trilogy of death.
That's right.
Hello,
That's so mean.
So messed
Tom, how you doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm still mad at you. What do you want?
What?
Oh.
Griffin says I would actually respect another retelling reminder of Richie Valens. 2, I don't want anything made today.
That's fair.
Griffin, right?
Griffin is a slave to history. Every 6-minute daily, he gives me a lesson in history and the entire audience. So, dude understands.
Yeah, Azteca Aguilar might as well remake Blood and Blood Out.
No. Movie was perfect.
Well,
Chon is now accepted. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see it. I think we're done.
All right.
I had a couple other things.
We're 3 hours, bro.
You guys want to react to this video, to this trailer, and then you're out?
Yeah, because I have to go eat dinner. Very late, but.
Ooh, that's a late dinner. Bro.
Selena Gomez is in a new film, everybody, and it's finally coming out. It's won all these awards at Cannes Film Festival, so it's so important and interesting.
At Cannes?
Cannes.
Well, normally in France you do see cans, but it's usually in a cabaret.
Hi-oh.
Whoa.
So I don't necessarily want to say too much about this movie, Fletcher. I don't want to spoil it for these guys.
Oh, I think I know where you're going. All right. I think they will enjoy it. How's that? I'm gonna mute myself and go in the back.
I will say that this movie is coming out in theaters for only 2 weeks in November, and then you can see it on Netflix. How about that?
I see what you did there, Paulie. Coming out.
Whoa!
Come on now. Emilia Perez, this is the first trailer. Selena Gomez stars as a cartel wife. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Let me see. I'm trying to get through the ads before I show it to you guys. Please bear with me for a second. Talks amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I like turtles.
There you go.
Like turtles. Do you have one in Spanish?
El Lyco Turtles.
Me gustan las tortugas.
El Lyco?
What the fudge? I like
Yo quiero turtles.
Wow, so bad. All right, we guys ready? Go. Emilia Perez, starring Selena Gomez, Zoe Saldana, and others. Volumes up.
Can you say it in Spanish, Paulie?
Here we go.
I don't know what I just watched.
Tom speaking facts. Anyone else? Hello?
Somebody that's overly involved in their own emotional state decided to produce a film trailer and really lost everybody in the audience immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell was that?
I'm pretty sure it was half of the movie.
Emilia.
Fletcher?
Yeah, it's not my type of movie.
So this was a new trailer, but I gotta tell you, I think the older one is better. This does come out November, early November, and they're already talking about it for, awards and all that stuff.
Well, then it's got to be good.
Well,
what?
Has anybody seen, what is the deal? Why are you showing us this, Paulie?
Okay, the story is that Selena Gomez is the wife of a drug cartel lord who becomes a woman.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for that.
Wait.
Is this two movies that were edited together that were completely different films at one time or something? I mean,
I missed something. There is comedy. It is very much a kind of like genre mixing of things.
Wait, so go ahead.
I missed something. She is the wife,
right,
of a trans woman.
That the husband becomes who's a drug lord, like the drug lord kingpin.
So the super ugly blonde chick.
Well, we're gonna bring it up. We'll bring up the other trailer since we took a dive, and I'm partly to blame.
Is this a true story or is this just fantasy?
No, I think
it's based on a true story. Yes.
What?
Oh my!
Wait,
yes.
What?
Yeah, it is actually.
Dude, the drug kingpin would be dead AF like immediately.
Do you know this for fact?
I think it'd be pretty. Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Talking to home.
You meant Fletcher.
What?
Oh,
nah, Fletcher's bullshitting. He's bullshitting. There's no way.
Dude, doesn't lie.
I'm going to tell you right now. There is something called machismo. Okay,
I don't believe it.
Yeah, no,
this would last like.
Well, he didn't stay in Mexico to do it.
Yeah.
What, he went to freaking France? What the hell? I mean,
no, I think he went to Arizona. He just says, "I want to be a woman."
Yeah, I know. I just watched it.
Oh, okay. So I think that's the family there, right? The two kids, Selena Gomez to the right, and there's the guy, right? The husband.
Oh, I am so not watching this movie.
Why? Hold on. There we go.
Because he's transphobic, but that's beside.
Okay, there you go. What are your thoughts?
I need to go eat.
I don't know whether to be laughing or very angry at you right now.
What?
Called Emilia, it's award-winning, multiple Cannes Film Festival awards, Best Picture, Jury Prize, Best Actresses.
Okay,
Selena Gomez. What say you, Tom?
Fucking French. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Dude, France is messed up, man.
French people are fucking weird. Of course, this won all the weird awards.
Dude, first the Olympics, now this?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
Well, it's French-Mexican produced.
I'm never going to France.
Francican? This was a Francican production.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, at least it's not some IP they're destroying, I guess. I don't care. It
is original, yeah.
Yeah, this can exist. This is what you know what, honestly?
Yeah.
This is the way these stories used to be told. You would expect to see this kind of crap.
Correct.
That won the Palme d'Or.
This is where they should live.
As Cartman used to put it, gay cowboys eating pudding.
Look, I'm with Mike. This is merde. Okay, it's like pure merde.
Could very well be, but you know what? I'm not going to merde on it because it's not Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
it's not.
Pedro Pascal is not in.
It's not even.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal is
You
probably.
Don't speak too soon, man.
There's a good chance, like a 50-50 chance here, but
Oh, somebody help me! Oh,
I'm not gonna really talk too much smack on.
I'm gonna say this for all the laughs and the jokes. This is where I'd expect a movie like this to live, to come
Sure,
from.
of course.
Right? It's an avant-garde, daring movie. Whether it succeeds or not, that's a whole different side. But I will watch this film.
Well, there's a niche audience for this somewhere, and that's fine if they're making it for that niche. That's why I'm not going to really knock on it. All jokes aside, like you said, I agree with you 100%. That you go into this movie knowing exactly what you're going into because you're going to see a movie like this. Right?
Yeah,
So,
all 11 people in the United States that go see this, I will be praying for.
It may be a few more than that,
It's
but
going to be a lot more than that. I mean, Selena Gomez alone, there's an audience.
Dude, okay, I'm sorry, but when they figure out what this is, they might not stay in the audience very long.
No, her fans are pretty, you know.
All right.
Okay. Well,
I'm fine with this. I can live with this.
I mean, to me, it's like this generation's crying game. It's like the next, you know.
Well, I know all there is.
I don't have a problem with it existing. Like, it somebody will watch it. I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, people went and watched that weird Joker film that just came out. So there.
But that's just it, Culture. At least it's not a Joker film trying to do this shit. We don't know. Maybe the Joker 2 will be.
Well, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of betrayal and problems like we would have. That
Dancing.
Selena's character is like, you know, and Zoe's character is the lawyer who gets kidnapped to help the kingpin out to become a woman.
He needs a lawyer for that?
I don't know. I'm just saying she's a lawyer. Her character. Okay. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
This is the Latino slant. We bring all entertainment here. Look at what we brought you guys tonight.
Yeah, look at it. Fletcher, I blame you for this last part.
Yeah, I can't be to blame for it. I did find the clip on it because I know, but this is because Paulie, he mentioned this before. It is loosely based on a lot of stuff that happened in the life of the main character, and so a lot of the true life stuff that happened to her, him, the character, it happened. So and then they applied it to this French novel.
What's the title of this film?
Emilia Perez.
Right.
So the character's name, probably.
So what's the U.S. title for this film?
Emilia Perez. It's a name. It's a name.
Oh, okay. I thought it was wingless.
The name of the character. And it is all in Spanish. I mean, they're in Mexico, and Zoe gets to show off her Spanish. But, I, just like what Tom's saying, way more to me, I can digest something like this than in the Fantastic Four, in a DC, in a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
This,
again,
to
I have no
me,
problem
is-
with this movie existing.
Right.
No,
So
I mean, yeah, but it just look. I don't know how many audiences are. I don't know I don't know who this is going to appeal to.
it's for the the
art,
the avant-garde, indie film, crowd, and it exists, and they also are going to probably nominate it for awards. If it's good, it's right up the alley for award season.
Oh, it's definitely up the alley.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're done. Now am I supposed to go to sleep? Yes, you can go to sleep on the East Coast. Everyone else is going to eat. I'm going to go help feed my dogs. Let's oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. We love you, Lisa. Let us do some exits. Let's start with Tommy. What you got,
Hey.
Tom?
Midnight's Edge After Dark tomorrow.
What you gonna talk about? This movie?
Oh boy.
I dare you to bring it up. I dare you.
No, I'm sure we'll come up with something. Though.
No.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh man, always love you, man. And CC Culture Casino.
Yeah, no, I was grateful to be here. I've been missing out on this. It's great to hang out with Dante again and Paulie. Paulie, I missed you so much, brother. We always have great conversations. I do feel like I contributed with all of my humor and my legitimate reaction to things that I'm going, why did this get made? But you can check me out coming up this Saturday. I'm going to actually have a celebration of sorts. I'm going to invite some special guests. I don't know. People on this panel might be on that list if they actually respond to my direct messages. But I made 25K, believe it or not, on my channel.
Very cool, man.
My little channel that could. So I'm going to try and get all my film pals. I'm going to shoot Verbal Riot an invite. Why not? I'm going to get
why not, man? Hit me up on X.
Alan Ing. I mean, these are my friends, folks. The people that I greatly respect and admire, and if they hang out with me for just a few moments, I'll feel rather privileged. Hopefully, you join that privileged few to join me on that stream. And if you're not subscribed to me, check me out because I'm mostly funny sometimes. When Tom's around. Anyway, thanks for having me. Let me out of here. Go say good things about somebody else, like this guy.
Yeah, all right, guys. Dante from Verbal Riot. You can find me at Verbal Riot on YouTube, X, and Rumble. I'll be doing a live show this Thursday. I normally do on Wednesdays, but I'm doing that thing with Alan at the theater. So Thursday at 5. And find me there.
All right, really fast before I bring everyone else back in, I want to thank the entire panel, Tom, Dante, Culture, subscribe to their channels. I want to thank Fletcher, the producer. I want to thank all the members, the new members. We will have a membership stream this Saturday. You guys are voting right now. It looks like it's going to be Saturday evening. Check out our community tab. Check out our .com movie reviews. Writers from Mexico doing stuff, some fantastic stuff. We have also Fletcher, the final tally. Read it for me, please.
All right. So the question was, you excited about La Bamba Remake? So the winner is no Richie. So,
47%.
47%. Great. And number 2 came, we got La Bamba at Home. That's my favorite all the time. At 25%.
Literally, we have La Bamba at Home.
Literally, yeah. So number 3 was actually number 3. Maybe Wait for Donna at 15%, and the last one came at C. Les Luis Valdez Cook at 11%. Thank you so much for 88 of you awesome people voting.
Man, no one wants to see that remake.
I told you.
That's a big sign there. Mucho Mas Media. If you guys are watching, I know you guys watch this channel. This week, coming up Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific, Midnight's Edge Espanol with Fletcher. This Friday will be my political show. Oh, yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about right after Midnight's Edge on Fridays. And I will be releasing the City of Dreams review the next couple of days. Then me and Romy are going to react to City of God, the new TV show series from Brazil. Will be episode 1 review. So hello?
Yeah.
My mouse went out. Okay, I got my backup. I got my backup.
I said Brazil.
We're stuck here forever. Jesus.
Okay, everyone. We good with the chat? Yeah. Chat, you guys been amazing. Good night, everyone. We're doing a heart out. Wave adios, everyone. Wherever you're at, keep your slam fuerte.